best World Cup of all time because it's in America, because it's right here. Every European or every Japanese dude that is coming over here to watch this sport is enthralled with how awesome America is. And you don't really realize how great America is until you go somewhere else. I went to Portugal and I went to London and I went to Ireland this summer, and those places are awesome, especially Portugal. Go as quickly as you possibly can. But they're not America, brother. They are not America. I saw this awesome TikTok of these Japanese dudes, and I'll pull it up for the one time, of these Japanese dudes talking about all the food that they ate in America, or they were in Texas, and they were just blown away about how good the food was. It is one of the coolest things I've seen, because people are coming over here and they're like, oh yeah, we're excited to see America, and then they get here and they're like, holy crap, holy. Watch these Japanese dudes just be enamored by our food.
Steak, hamburger, and Caesar salad. So good.
Teddy Brock's barbecue.
How was it?
Oh, very nice.
Hammered. First of all, they're hammered. Like, that's the best part about Japanese people. You're like, oh, they're so sweet. And I'm like, no, brother, they are hammered.
Steak, hamburger, and Caesar salad. So good.
Teddy Brock's barbecue.
This guy's sauced.
Oh, very nice.
A steak, and that Mexican?
Mexican.
Yes.
Eat? Yeah. Steak. Of course, steak. Texas barbecue.
I ate beer and barbecue.
This guy's the best.
Yeah, that very delicious. Expecting the lot of
Dishase is how I'm going to say delicious for the rest of time. Dishase.
big food like barbecues with burgers. So the all things in Texas. So I'm so happy to eat everything. Yeah.
Steak,
I'm so happy to eat everything here is so awesome, dude. Don't look at my legs. Oh gosh, get out of here. Don't look at my legs. Jeez. It's all just it's all just Buffalo Bill. All my likes are just Buffalo Bill's TikTok. Look, there's Buffalo Bill again. Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Bill. All of my likes on TikTok are just me liking Buffalo Bill edits that he puts me in, that he puts me on. My guy. Oreo has the Commanders at number 1. I love it. Before we get into the rest of that list, a little bit about the World Cup, bro. Yesterday, Messi had a hat trick, dog. I mean, he's the most beautiful man. He is the most beautiful guy to. Wow. Messi is like he is watching Messi, watching the way his body moves. Gosh, dang it. Messi is, how do I say this? Watching Messi play soccer for some is more beautiful. Okay. Messi rocks, and he's hot, and he's good at football. I've been calling it football too. I'm getting weird with it. I've been getting weird with it. I have been calling it football. But watching Messi play soccer is one of the most beautiful things that we've ever seen in the world. I would argue that some men say that watching Messi play football is more beautiful than their wife on their wedding day. There are closeted men all over the world that would leave their wives in the snap of a finger if Messi asked nicely. It's also so awesome. I saw someone tweet the other day that, like, how lame is it that Messi is just bored and finishing his career in the MLS? The coolest part about Messi is that he decided to finish his career in America and play in the MLS because bro realized he could just chill hard in America and ball out in our league and then just remind everyone every 4 years that he is still the best in the world. Him joining the MLS, yes, it was the coolest thing that ever happened to MLS, maybe outside of the David Beckham situation. Maybe outside of Beckham playing for Galaxy, but the biggest player in the world at the time, the best in the world. Messi decided to play in America because America rocks so hard. He didn't choose America because, like, wow, the MLS, great competition. It's not because, like, wow, Inter Miami, wow, what a great squad. Oh, I want to team up with the head coach over there. It wasn't because of the soccer. He decided to play in the MLS, and, like, a part of it was the money. A huge part of it was the money. I know his contract is big, but realistically what he got from Apple is the biggest part of the contract for Messi. If you know, when Messi came over, Apple essentially signed $1 billion 10-year deal with the MLS to broadcast all of their games, and Messi gets a percentage of the revenue that comes in from people signing up to watch the MLS on Apple TV. So the biggest thing that Messi had going for him, money-wise, is actually not from Inter Miami. It's not from the club. It's a deal that he made with Apple, okay? So money was a big part of it. But the real reason that Messi decided to finish his career in the MLS was because America rules, and he knows that, and he wanted to live here. It's not about the football. It's not about the soccer. It's not about Miami in general. It's about America. He realized how awesome it is, and he got the heck out of Europe and decided to play with us over here because he knows how hard we ball out in the States. Talking Messi right now. Let's go through it, baby. Top 10 NFL teams. We're going to roll through these, and then we're going to go live on TikTok and start talking ball and taking calls with the homies. I did have work late last night. My new job is awesome. I do like it a lot. There is one problem here. There's one big issue. And who do I have in the chat? I need to make sure there's no weirdos in the chat right now. All right, it's just Jorge and JD. And Ori the cat. I have worked 3 shifts at this restaurant. I have fallen in love with a new woman every single time, and it is not good. I think the woman I fell in love with last night, I think, is into women, which is something that I need to work on in my life. For whatever reason, this is a weird conversation. I'm into, all right, never mind. The servers and the server assistants and the hosts at this restaurant in Newport Beach, part of the hiring process is being hot. I'm not even joking. Part of like getting hired as a server there is like you have to be, you kind of have to be hot. At least a 6.5, like minimum. And so every single person that works there, come on now, brother. I mean, come on now, brother. Every single shift I've met a new woman, I'm like, oh, that's the love of my life. I hope they love Jesus. But I'm having to keep all that internal. I do have a problem with work crushes. It's happened every single place I've gone except for manufacturedhomes.com, where it was only dudes working there. And Lainey. Well, I mean, shouldn't have named her, but yeah, I guess I fell in love with her too. Well, every single time I work at a new place, I fall in love with somebody. And I'm just telling you, it's going to be a problem. The thing about me is I tend to fall in love with women who have boyfriends. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's a natural thing that happens to me. Am I trying to grow up and become better? Yeah, of course. Am I trying to mature and not do that? But, you know, the body wants what the soul needs, brother, which is love and connection. I see a woman. I strike up a relationship with her. Fireworks. A little bit of giggle, a little bit of laugh. A little bit of meeting in the middle. Compromise. I fall in love. I can't stop it. I do not choose who I want. And that is the hard part. If I could, I would. And I did once. And I had. And then I left. I've been thinking about women a lot recently. I've been thinking about women all the time. I just want to meet, you know, that was another thing. So I was going to say, like, remember when I said earlier in the show about like the decisions you make from 17 to 23, another like massive one in there is your wife. Every guy that I know that's married right now, yeah, every single one of the guys that I know that are my age, that are my friends, that I went to school with, that are in my fantasy league, in my group chats, all my homies that have wives met them and have been with them since they were like 20. So like, and everybody I know who's single right now never really had a girl in those times. And I'm not saying you need a girlfriend in those times, but what I am saying is don't wait too long to start looking. Like, get it, even if you're not ready to be married, bro. Like, most of my friends were with their girl for like 5-6 years before they got married, and that's totally natural. So, all I'm saying is don't sit around and wait too long, maybe like Vini did sometimes, but it all comes from a place of purpose. Like, if I did have that person in my life right now, I probably wouldn't be doing this show. You know what I mean? I don't think she'd be like, oh, yeah, let's just mess around and play pretend sports broadcaster in your bedroom. That works for me. No. That probably wouldn't fly. So I'm very comfortable with my path and where I'm going. That is a huge hole in my heart and my life. And so I'm just saying, mine used to be church crushes. JD, I get those all the time. All the time, bro. Constantly. The hard part about a church crush is I've expected, and my last church, I mean, I don't even want to talk about her. Yeah, geez. Like, so one of my huge decisions I made when coming back to Orange County was I did have a lady up in OC, or up in LA, and like, I decided to leave. I'm not going to that church anymore. That's another situation that happened in my life that I haven't talked about at all. But yeah, I had a little bit of a falling out with my old church, which sucks, but yeah, tough. That was a hard one, man, because I just had a lot of friends there and community, a lot of people, and I know it's not like the coolest thing in the world to be doing, but like I was planting a lot of seeds, if that makes any sense. Like, you know, not like overtly flirting, but like, you know, planting seeds, trying to look good, trying to impress a few ladies, be talkative and get to know them, and like plant some seeds. So when you do go like, hey, do you want to go grab a coffee? It's like not the weirdest thing. So I had a lot of potential lined up there. I had a bunch of relationships there, a bunch of purpose that I had there, and that has changed recently. And that was a big reasoning behind me kind of reorganizing in my life and getting back into more making bread and getting things right on track. But yeah, I just think, you know, I've over the past few years I haven't given enough credence to decisions. That's what I've been really wrestling with internally and in my head, the thought of choices, of decisions. You never really know when you're about to make a life-altering decision. That's the weird part. You never really know when you're about to make a life-altering decision. You can backtrack right now, internally. I know, you know, JD, you have a little bit more life to you, but you can go back to something you did 3 years ago and you're like, oh, wow, if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be here. Or, oh, if I did that, I would have been there. Like, you don't know you're making a life-altering decision until you made it. It's okay, Zach, you have me, your best bud. Yes, Kamari, thank you. Who needs a wife when you have Kamari? Who needs a wife when you have a chat? Dude, I'm 45, single, so lonely. I still have 6 people watching the chat. It's just me and Kamari and Oreo the cat and JD Walker and Slade's brother. And then my mom and dad are still watching. How do you work the Twitch now? Parents getting old. Love them. Shout out to them. Yeah. You don't really know when you're making life-altering decisions until you've made them. It's quite strange. Like when I got sober. So actually, I forgot to tell you guys this. On Sunday, that was my 1,000th day of sobriety. Yeah, big one. And I'm not really big into celebrating my life too much. I'm not really big into birthdays. I'm not really big into celebrations. But 1,000 days of sobriety, it hit me pretty hard. Still kind of hitting me. Just a lot of time. And I didn't know, like, I made so many decisions that led to me becoming an alcoholic and having drug addiction issues. There were so many decisions that, like, micro decisions that led to me getting to where I was at. And then the decision that day when I got sober, if you guys don't know the story, I was in Madison, Wisconsin on tour with Trevor, and we went to a University of Wisconsin football game on Saturday, and then we had a show that night. And I got blitzed at the game. And then after the game, they went to the hotel to rest before the show. I went back to the bar, and then I got kicked out of the bar and then went and grabbed a bottle of wine from a liquor store and then was drinking the bottle of wine on the way back to the hotel. And then I just passed out in my room, and I slept through the show. And I woke up in the middle of the in the middle of the first show. Like I rushed over to the club and like try to get things set up. But that was a life I didn't know that was going to change my life forever. And then, you know, 1,000, that was the last time I drank. And then 1,000 days later, now here I am. So thank you, Jen. Thank you, Pop. Thank you, JD. It's like you just don't know when you're making a life-altering decision. So I guess the word of advice today would be, treat every decision as if it can change your life forever, right? As simple as buying a car. Dude, my friend the other day, like, he's in the position where, you know, he bought a really nice car. And then a few months later, it's like job stuff kind of started to pop up. And now he has to kind of get rid of that car. But that decision to buy that car in the first place has led to struggles now. And then a huge decision to, like, give that thing up. So you never know when you're making a completely life-altering decision. So I just wanted to give you guys a word of advice from someone who has made many mistakes and will continue to mess up, but at the same time has also made great strides and has done great things. I'm very, very proud of who I am and what I've done and what I've accomplished and the decisions that have led me to where I am right now. Like, to get sober, to leave my job, to start this show, to reorganize my life, to move back home. All of these things are for a greater glory. And I just wanted to encourage you guys to never make a decision lightly. Whether it's an opportunity at a job, whether it's an opportunity with school, whether it's a direction or a path or a significant other or an illness or a sickness or the way that you treat your body, just know you are in formidable years. And when you make big decisions, they could be life-altering. So just, pray before you do anything crazy and just lock in. Come on, baby. Let's lock in on the top 10 NFL teams, brother. I got the Rams at number 1, and that one is obvious. I'm going to say something. I think the Rams were the best team in football last year, right? If that NFC Championship game that they lost by 3 to the Seahawks in Seattle, if that game was played in LA, I'm pretty sure that goes the Rams' way. I am pretty firm in that. The 12th man is real. The 12th man is real. And one of the reasons they lost that game, it was outdoors, it was cold, it was a little bit muggy, it was a little bit wet, and they were playing in front of the most hostile environments in football, okay? That's a hard place to win. They ended up losing the game. The Seahawks go on and completely trounce the Patriots. I think the Rams would have won the Super Bowl last year if they got home field advantage and that game was played in L.A. The teams played 3 times. They were separated by like 2 points pretty much the entire time. So, and if you remember that second game, that was like almost like a week before Christmas. It was a Thursday night football game on Amazon Prime. That was the game where it was back and forth, and they were the Seahawks were down like 27, and they came back in the fourth quarter. Do you remember the 2-point conversion attempt where they ruled that Sam Darnold threw the ball backwards and Kenneth Walker just picked the ball up in the end zone, and they called it a successful 2-point? That was the biggest fluke play of the NFL season, and that's the reason the Seahawks won the game. That's the reason they got home field advantage, and for me, that's the reason they went on to win the Super Bowl. I didn't have the Rams and Seahawks separated by much last year, and this year I do not either. That ball was not thrown backwards, JD. I will die on that hill with you, brother. You and me dying together. Falling on our swords. Committing seppuku together. Seppuku? Sudoku? Japanese. Can we watch the Japanese guys one more time talk about Texas barbecue?
Caesar salad.
Let me tell you about my brother.
Steak, hamburger, and Caesar salad.
Hammered.
So good.
Terry Brock's
This guy's so drunk. Also, Terry Black's barbecue is some of the best barbecue in the universe. They have one in Austin, Texas. Terry Black's is unbelievable. And by the way, they keep saying steak because they don't really have like a word for like, I don't know, like beef shoulder or tri-tip or, they don't have like pulled pork. They don't have words for that. So they just think all red meat is steak. So they just keep calling it steak, but realistically, they're getting barbecue. I know the Japanese. This guy is also sauced.
barbecue.
How was it?
Oh, very nice.
A steak. And
He's so sweaty.
that Mexican?
Mexican.
Yes. Eat steak. Of course, steak Texas barbecue.
I did beer and barbecue. Yeah, that very delicious. Expecting the lot of big food like barbecues with burgers. So the all things in Texas. So I'm so happy to eat everything. Yeah.
Steak, hamburger.
I think there's like a way to like that person's joy, right? That last guy who just says, I'm so happy to eat everything in Texas. In Texas, I'm so happy to eat everything here. You could see just the joy and the elation on that guy's face just to eat food. Like, do not take for granted what is right in front of you. So often we are troubled by what's ahead of us or what is behind us rather than just being enamored by the beauty in front of us. The fact that we could go on our phone, hop on Uber Eats, and order the most delicious food in the world and get barbecue straight to our house, not even having to leave or put on flip-flops or shorts or panties, brother, We have it going on, dude. We have it going on, brother, and I just want you to celebrate what we have in front of us. I got the Rams at number 1. Listen, this is the best offense in the league last season, and nothing has changed on that end. The only thing that has changed for the Rams is the fact that Puka Nacua is absolutely nutso. I have one of 2 Sweet Baby Ray's locations 12 minutes from my house. I didn't even know Sweet Baby Ray's had a location. I didn't even know they had a physical brick-and-mortar spot. That's crazy. I did not know that. Now, in America, in California, we don't have the best barbecue in the world, but there are still a few barbecue spots around that are very, very good. And our California barbecue is better than any barbecue in the world not in America. Does that make sense? Like, there's no way. I mean, Brazilian barbecues are very different. They don't use barbecue sauce. It's like 120 years old. Absolutely incredible. I'm rocking this Bill Miller cup. I have been for a while. Bill Miller is a San Antonio barbecue spot. It's like a fast food barbecue spot. They have a drive-through. Imagine getting drive-through barbecue at Bill Miller. It's unbelievable. It's so good. They have a drive-through. It's crazy. Did you just say Cali barbecue is the best? I said Cali barbecue is better than any barbecue in the world outside of the United States. So better than Australia barbecue, better than anything barbecue in England, better than any barbecue in Portugal. Does that make any sense? I really enjoy KBQ as well. Korean barbecue, listen though, just pop. Hot take here about Korean barbecue. If it was not all you can eat, I don't think you would like it as much. The taste and the profile is delicioso. We love the taste and the flavor of Korean barbecue. But the worst part about going to a restaurant is leaving hungry. And if you go to Korean barbecue and you do not get all you can eat and you just get like the little small plate of what they give you, it's not enough food. It's just not enough. The best Korean barbecue I've ever had was a restaurant in Miami called Kote. It's got a Michelin star. They cook it for you, right? You have the grill in front of your little in front of your hut, but they cook it in front of you. Bro, my friend Tony, we were in Miami for a show. So it was me, Trevor, Tony, and then our friend, our friend Paul and Paul's wife. We went to Kote after a show in Miami. It's a very dark restaurant, and they had a bunch of like tasting plates in front of you. So like your kimchi and then this and that and a bunch of bean sprouts and weird crap and okra, I don't know. And my friend Tony loves, you guys know Tony Casillas. I'm going to say something so mean. Tony loves food. We all do. So do the Japanese guy, but Tony loves food. And Tony he's not really good with chopsticks. So a lot of the food that Tony was eating kind of ended up on his black shirt that he was wearing. The thing is, though, the restaurant was very dark, so Tony wasn't really able to see all of the food on his shirt. Now, when we went out to leave the restaurant, we walked through a door, and the door is actually this really cool mirror that says, like, Kote, and it's like a photo op. And so we're like, oh, let's take a photo in front of the mirror. The kicker is, in this hallway, they have, like, purple, like, black lights almost. So we go to take this picture. Tony's shirt is covered with crumbs and food. He was so dirty. It was one of the funniest things ever, and he is so embarrassed by that story. So I'm sorry I'm saying that and breaking that confidence with my friend, but dude, it was one of the funniest things ever. So we go to take this picture, and he's like, oh no. It was like stepping into a crime scene and realizing how bad you've gotten. It was very, very funny. But Kote, the only Michelin star, I've eaten at a couple Michelin star. I guess if I don't know if Delilah is Delilah in Las Vegas Michelin star? I don't know. Like I said, the Rams offense is unbelievable. They only got better except for Puka Nacua. Are we concerned about Puka Nacua going crazy? Do you guys remember when I almost called him Anthony Brown. Do you remember when Antonio Brown, I did the thing between Anthony Black and Antonio Brown. Do you remember when Antonio Brown was playing for the Bucs and he took his pads off at MetLife Stadium and ran around the field and was giving like deuces and peacing out everybody? Do you remember when that happened with Antonio Brown? Are we going to have a situation with Puka Nacua where he goes full retarded? Like, is that going to happen? Are we going to have him like doing strange things off the? Well, he's already doing strange things off the field. He got in trouble this offseason for biting a woman. Can we talk about? Did we cover that on this show? He bit a woman on the shoulder in front of the Westfield Mall in Culver City. Sorry, Westfield and Century City, one of the nicest malls in the world, bro. Blake, we will be taking calls. We always take calls, brother. We always take calls. When the phone lines open up, we always take calls. Puka Nacua is going to go crazy. That is my only worry with the Rams offense. I think the chef is. At Delilah, Okay. Who in the world decided to make England's kits gray? JD, we are watching England and Croatia. I'm going to say it, bro. I am Croatian. My grandma was 100p Croatian, at least she says. She claims. Croatia is beating England today. I promise you that right now. I do not suggest putting any sort of dollars on it because I don't believe in putting dollars on sports. But if you're going to, yeah. This month, all the boys want to get like this. 2 times been around the block and about school, but I ain't like that, but I ain't no holla back. Croatia is beating England today. Harry Kane stinks. Also, I can't do Cali food because the sweet tea is horrible over there. JD, have you been to California? My country sucks at soccer, said Just Pop. Where are you? Adonde está, brother. Adonde está. No, JD, you haven't. I actually don't believe you. You don't strike me as a guy who's been to California. Sorry. Because of the sweet tea? Pfft, get out of here. Sweet tea. Brother, have a Diet Coke and call it a day. You're South African. You guys made the World Cup at least. That is an accomplishment in and of itself. I've been to basically everything in California besides San Diego. You've been to Yosemite? Weird. You've been to the Mojave Desert? It's crazy. Wow. You've been to Lake Elsinore? Huh. Wow. JD's been everywhere. Yeah. You've been to Disneyland? Huh. We are incredible at rugby, though. Yeah, South Africa and rugby, and you're great at having Elon Musk. Oh, question for you, Just Pop, since you are South African. I don't know. Whatever. We'll find out. Do they like Elon Musk in South Africa? Do they claim him? They're like, yes, dude, look at who we got. We have the richest guy in the world. He's us. He's him. And is he doing anything for South Africa? Like, why is there not a massive SpaceX facility or a Tesla plant in South Africa if that's where he's from? Did he even live there? Right? He has an accent, right? I'm so confused by Elon Musk. Bezos, I kind of understand. Like, Bezos getting jacked. He's looking really hot. He's just trying to be a super evil villain. He's building evil layers. And, like, he's not hiding the fact that he's evil. But Elon is trying to do, like, some sort of almost patriotic approach to being evil. He's trying to, like, swindle America into thinking he's a good guy, even though he's actually not, and deep down wants to colonize Mars and, like, take over Mars. The reason he wants to colonize Mars is not to help humanity. It's because he wants to be, like, the dictator of Mars. He wants to be in charge of an entire planet. That is why. Like, he's not doing it to, like, help humanity. He's not like, oh, hey, we're going to colonize Mars so that in case Earth blows up, we're going to have a place to go. No, he's going to colonize Mars. He's going to own a planet. Like, do you know that maritime law applies in space? Very split. They either love him or hate him. Okay, I like it. He's like Trump here. Huh. I also heard Quaaludes are still big in South Africa. I don't know if that's true. They're taking big mokes in South Africa. Africa is a beautiful country, bro. I really want to go. I might be going to Nigeria. I don't know why I said that. I might, actually. Like in February of next, in 2027 with my company that I work with. But the Rams added in Myles Garrett, Trent McDuffie, and Jalen Watson on defense. Dude, their only holes were on at corner, and they added in Jalen Watson and Trent McDuffie. Jalen Watson's like 6'3". He's unbelievable. He's a great corner. Trent McDuffie's obviously a baller. And they upgraded at edge from Jared Verse to Myles Garrett. Like, the Rams are going to be awesome. That'd be bad. Yeah, I know. It'd be so sick, dude. Nigeria seems crazy. It's just Yosemite, yes. Not the other ones. And Disneyland, yes. And Alcatraz and Beverly Hills and obviously LA and San Fran. I had a whole West Coast trip one year. That is pretty cool, JD. Sorry for being a jerk. But also, don't be mean about our sweet tea. If you wanted to get good sweet tea in California, you just let me know. I can take you to the best sweet tea in town. Also, sweet tea sucks, dude. My little brother moved to Mississippi and is like, now he's obsessed with sweet tea. Sweet tea is garbage. It tastes horrible. It's like not actually sweet. It tastes like fake sweet. It tastes like stevia. Sweet tea sucks. I'm not into it. And I'm not just being a hater. Like, I would rather have just regular plain iced tea with some lemonade in it. An Arnold Palmer blows sweet tea out of the water 100 times out of 100. You know what's better than sweet tea? Root beer. You know what's better than sweet tea? DC. You know what's better than sweet tea? Mountain Dew. Cactus Cooler. Powerade. Propel. Vitamin Water Black Cherry. Or acai, whatever it's called. Triple X vitamin water. Why do they got to make it porn? There are so many better drinks than sweet tea. George. No, it is not. It does. Sweet tea is amazing. Arnold Palmer, yes. Nope. Dr. Pepper fan here. Blows sweet tea. Dr. Pepper is also amazing, but not better than sweet tea. Starry is better, and Starry is horrible. You're right. Bro, sweet tea is nasty. It's not good. Paprika. It's not good. I don't know what it tastes like, but it tastes artificial. Every time I've had sweet tea, it's just like, it tastes off. It tastes like it's spoiled. Someone spoiled the sweet tea. Somebody poisoned the water hole. What's that movie from? Y'all not from the South. Y'all haven't had good sweet tea. JD, I have been to Mississippi. I've been to Texas many times. I've had the sweet tea all over. I have given it a shot many times in my life. Every time I'm like this. Here's me drinking sweet tea. Ooh. Oh, man. Yeah, that's okay. It's horrible. It's not good. It leaves a weird feeling in the mouth. I can't tell. I don't know how to explain this, but it feels like the flavor is in the middle of the drink. You know when you have like something like let's say you have a tortilla chip with a scoop of spicy salsa on it. You put it on your tongue and you eat it. The first flavor you get is kind of the saltiness, right? And then you start to feel like the sweetness of the tomatoes and the flavors and the onions in there. And then the heat kicks in. And so it's like flavor is layered in the way that it hits your tongue in different ways. Sweet tea tastes in the middle. Does that make... I keep burping. Does that make any sense at all? It's either artificial tasting or all sugar like Kool-Aid. It does taste artificial. Every time I've had sweet tea, it's just like, this tastes like chemicals. Sweet tea is horrible. I'm out on sweet tea. At number 2, I do have the Seahawks. Yes, they lost Kenneth Walker. That's probably they lost Kenneth Walker, and they also lost Boye Mafe, which is, tough. But, Kenneth Walker will be replaced by Zach Charbonnet, who I think is a fantastic replacement. So not a huge drop off there. The biggest concern that I have with the Seahawks is losing Clint Kubiak. We have seen teams in the past that have an unbelievable offensive coordinator. They lose that guy, and the team falls off a cliff. I think it's different though in the Detroit situation with Ben Johnson, because I don't think Clint Kubiak is necessarily as genius as Ben Johnson is. Clint Kubiak had a top 1 wide receiver, a top 10 quarterback in Sam Darnold, a top 10 running back in Kenneth Walker, an amazing number 2 in Rashid Shaheed, Cooper Kupp. Like, he had an unbelievable offense to work with. I think a lot of offensive coordinators would have had success in that offense, so I don't think he's going to do very well in Las Vegas. That's me personally, but I live in Georgia. Where in Georgia? Because that matters. Yeah, JD is like, well, part of Georgia is Florida. The Florida-Georgia line. I'm through and standing in line with clubs I'll never... No, wait. What's the Florida-Georgia line song? Hey, oh, what you country boy now? Hey, we're going to make it on the country line. How does it go? What's the Florida-Georgia line song? Just give me the lyrics. It's like, hey, daughter. Hey, that's my daughter over there. It's like, I'm through with standing. Charlton County? That's not the name of a song. Florida-Georgia line. Is it Cruise? I know Florida-Georgia line is a band, but it's also there's an actual line. Oh yeah. This song sucks. Most country music is garbage, but this one is actually horrible. I only like country music that's like, what's the one song where it's like, I ain't as good as I once was. That's when country music was good and like Brad Paisley. Baby, you a song make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise. Baby, you a song make me wanna roll my windows down, cruise. Yeah, when I first saw a bikini top on her, she's popping right out of the South Georgia water. I thought, oh good Lord, she got them long tail legs. Couldn't help myself, then I walked up and said, baby, you a song that make me wanna roll my windows down and cruise. Down a back road, blowing stop signs through the middle of every little small town. With you in this brand new Chevy with the lift kit, I look a hell of a lot better with you up in it. Baby, you a song, you make me wanna roll my windows down. Toby Keith is the GOAT. Toby Keith, the GOAT. That song is, I didn't realize what that song was about. It's like, I ain't as good as I once was. It's about piping. It's about getting a pump. But I'm as good as it gets. I ain't as out in hell. Not in hell. What in hell? But I hoodie ho. Not a hoodie ho. She said, I've seen you in here before. I said, I've been here a time or two. She said, hello, my name is Bobby Joe. Me, my twin sister, Betty Lou. And we're both feeling kind of wild tonight. You're the only cowboy in this place. And if you're up for a rodeo, I'll put a big Texas smile on your face. I said, girls, I ain't as good as I once was. I got a few years on me now, but there was a time back in my prime where I could really lay it down. It's about piping. Country music is about piping, beer, and like cigarettes, or like being American. I'm through with standing in line. Okay, low key, the Florida Georgia Line song is like kind of good. Baby, you're a song you make me on a roll. Dude, it's kind of good. I want to listen to it more. I want to keep playing it. I think that's my vocal range is FGL. I think FGL is my vocal range. If you're feeling wild, I do hate Florida Georgia Line. Oh, never mind. Just Pop said, darn good at Dekeeter. Thank you. There's a guy I work with who's super awesome. His name's Nate. He was like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I do this and that. And he's like, oh, cool. And he was like, oh, I play guitar. I'm like, oh, I play guitar too. And he's like, oh, really? How long have you been playing? I was like, oh, like 10 years. He's like, oh, I've been playing for 16 years. I'm like, all right. He's like, I'm in 2 metal bands. I'm like, oh, okay, well, all right, geez, you're cooler than me. The only guitar I play is like covers for my Twitch audience of 6. Oh my gosh, guys, number 3 is a big one. People might get mad at this, but you have to understand I'm coming from a place of wisdom, not from a place of idiocracy. And so that's why with number 3, I do have, the Eagles. So many people are down on the Eagles. Vinny, just say you hate the South and our culture. I love the South. I love the culture. I love the South and the culture. I think it's kind of, what I value art and culture and creativity and diversity, and the South doesn't have a whole lot of that. Tell me there's a lot of art in the South? I mean, maybe Austin, Texas, but outside of that, no, not for me. The only art that is going on in the South is like country, is like literally, I'm trying to drink my beer tonight. I'm trying to meet a woman of my life. I'm trying to smoke a cig on the patio. I love America and the rodeo. The art of the South is just like talking about drinking beer. And like doing dances, like ooh, and then of course like Atlanta. There's a whole different. Black people. Let's talk about them. What did Zach talk about today on TBWZ? Oh, life-altering decisions, being lonely, black people, sweet tea. I thought it was a sports show. Yeah, no, he also the whole time was doing a top 10 NFL list throughout the entire thing. Do I remember? But for real, let's talk about black people. Because the JD, when JD, and he's not doing this on purpose, this is accidental racism. I need a soundboard cue for that, kind of like my breaking news that I have. Breaking news. I need one that's like accidental racism. But JD is accidentally being racist here. When he says you hate our culture in the South, what he's talking about is white people. That's when you think of the South, he thinks of white people because he's accidentally racist. No, you're not doing it. It's an accident, okay? We all make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. But when he thinks about the South, when he talks about our culture, he's talking about American flags and beer and smoking cigs and country music and barbecue and stuff. That's what he's thinking about. But then you ask someone from Atlanta, like, what's the culture like? And they're thinking of, Migos and Sippin' Scissorp and Magic City and Cookout. Like, there are two different cultures in the South. They do not commingle as much as one might think, right? Especially in Atlanta. You go to Atlanta, the heart of it, you will only see black people, and it's a crazy place. It is awesome. Atlanta is popping off. I love that city. Drive 30 minutes away from Atlanta, only white people. Legit. Like, whatever it is. In Georgia, all the rich white people live in like a 45-minute like radius of Atlanta. So they're close enough to go to the airport. They're close enough to go to a Hawks game. They're close enough to see, I don't know, SZA. Bad example. Better example. Alex Warren at the whatever center at the State Farm Arena. But all of the white people in Atlanta live outside of Atlanta, and all the black people live in Atlanta. So when I ask someone like, what's the culture like in Atlanta? If you ask a black dude, it is going to be entirely different than if you ask a white person, because there's not a whole lot of commingling in the South. Morgan Wallen, bro, true. Morgan Wallen is yeah. It's funny how like back-to-back nights you can see like Migos and Young Thug at State Farm Arena, and it's like it's one type of crowd, guess which type, and then you go see Morgan Wallen like a week later, and it's a different type, guess which type. Well, Freudian slip right there. The South doesn't commingle. I think that's what it is. There is so much diversity in the South, but there is still much segregation. Mucho segregation-o. Mucho segrego, brother. Yo. Let's segregate. But I had this take the other day, and people got really mad at me. Everybody likes segregation. Everybody likes segregation. We all self-segregate, okay? It happens. At my school, we had about half of the student body was Mexican. The other half was white, and we had 4 black kids, okay? One of the black kids was Bobby Okereke. And we had 4 black kids at our school, and one of them plays in the NFL. That's just kind of how it works. But I saw Janet Jackson and Ludacris at State Farm. Oh, that is so in a little bit, Kamari. I lost my train of thought, and it might be a good thing. Oh yeah, segregation. What I'm saying is, all of the at lunch, all of the Mexican kids hung out in one area, and all the white kids hung out in another area. And there was a little bit of commingling, but it wasn't like an unfriendly segregation. It was like they knew each other and wanted to hang out with each other, and we knew each other and we wanted to hang out with each other. It wasn't like on purpose. It's just like, I think a natural disposition just happens naturally in America. Like, if you go to a university that has 25 Chinese foreign exchange students, I guarantee you those 25 foreign exchange students are going to be hanging out together and are going to be kicking it and are going to have some WhatsApp group together and be chilling. And it's like, it's not like everybody gets a Chinese student. It's not like, hey, the 25 of you are going to get divided up among 25 different friend groups, and you all have to integrate into the rest of the world. No, they self-segregate because, that's just kind of natural in what we do. I'm from Chicago, but I've lived in the South most of my life. It's different down here than up there. Yeah, it's way different. It's way different, bro. Like in Chicago, Chicago's really cool. It is quite diverse too, and it's a homogenous mix. It is a big mix of people. Whereas places in the South, it's like, this is where the white people live, this is where the black people live, this is where the Chinese people live, here's where the Mexicans live. In California, it's very similar. Like, every race imaginable lives here. We have a massive Iranian population, Syrian people, Chinese, Japanese, black people, white people, Mexican people, obviously. And they all kind of live all together. Whoa! Just Pop, you hate Chicago? Chicago's one of the best cities in the world. Bro, speaking of Chicago, there are 3 good teams in the American League in the MLB. It's the Yankees, it's the Rays, and it's the Chicago White Sox. The team that everyone picked to finish last is the best team in the AL Central, and they are on an absolute tear. The White Sox are one of the best stories in MLB. Now, will they continue it on and make the playoffs? We will see as the dog days of summer continue on. But right now, they are one of the 3 best teams in the American League, and it's absolutely wild. I don't hate the city itself. I hate the people and the traffic, and I live in Lincoln Park. The traffic is not good. Yeah. The traffic is not good. The people are like, you know what's interesting about Chicago is all of the people that grow up in the Midwest and are hot move to Chicago. That's kind of what you do. Is if you're like if you live in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and you are the hottest person in your small town, you got to move to Chicago to be around more like-minded individuals and be a bigger fish in the sea. You know what I mean? Like if you are on the East Coast and you're hot, you move to New York or Miami. If you are in the Midwest and you're hot, you move to Chicago. If you are, the other option, if you're a little bit more southerly, you do kind of move to. There's a congregation of hot people in Denver too, but and then in West Coast, in the West Coast, if you're hot, you move to San Francisco or LA. That's kind of the rules. But Chicago, if you live in Peoria, Iowa, and you're hot, and there's no one else hot in your small town, move to Chicago, meet other hot people. It's kind of how you work. To be fair, when I think of the South, I think of cookouts, the SEC, lake days, drinking, and hanging out in the parking lot. There's nothing better to do than barbecue and Tex-Mex. Those are all white people things. The SEC is a shared thing, but the SEC is literally the only, all of those schools at one point were segregated, and black people weren't allowed to play football there. So, it's crazy. When people are like, dude, racism doesn't exist, I understand the sentiment that a lot of people want to say is like, dude, that was so long ago. Realistically, Martin Luther King was marching in the 60s. That was 60 years ago now. It's not that old. There are 75-year-old people out there that remember segregation, and they remember white-only bathrooms. So when you've grown up in a world that there is no legal segregation, there is cultural segregation, but and there's redlining, which happens a lot in America and Boston, Massachusetts especially. Redlining is a big issue, but we're not that far removed from a completely segregated country. It's not that far in our past. Slavery is, that was a while ago. That was a minute ago. But those memories are not gone. Those memories are not forgotten. And the memories of, lynchings and stuff like that and people being killed and Jerry Jones, being at Arkansas State preventing black people from entering his school, those people are still alive. Those people still exist. And they still remember those things, and they pass them down to their granddaddy. Croatia and England are underway. Croatia in the blue kits and England in the terrible, terrible, no good, very bad gray uniforms. At 3, I do have the Eagles because... a few reasons, and I'll get into it. Listen, they lost Jalen Phillips, they lost Nakobe Dean, and they lost Reed Blankenship. That can hurt your defense. But this defense still has Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis and Jahad Campbell and Jonathan Grenard and Cooper DeJean, and they added in Reek Woolen, who is a fantastic corner. So as much as they lost big pieces in those 3 names, they still have a ton of talent on defense. And if you remember anything about last year, that defense was filthy, and I think it continues to stay filthy. Also, did you discuss Alex Pereira wanted to appeal the Cyril Gahn fight? I saw that. Alex Pereira was basically saying that Cyril Gahn had a bunch of illegal head strikes and was... it probably should have been called and maybe deducted a point even. He got his bubbud. He got worked in that fight. With the back of head shots or not. I think Herb Dean was calling that fight, and listen, Herb is a unbelievable UFC referee. He doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes. He tends to be on the safe side. He lets the champions go a little bit longer than the regular dudes. He doesn't let people die out there. If Herb Dean wasn't calling it in the ring, I don't think it was an issue. Also, for the UFC, you're setting up Aspinall. The angle that people are saying is it was rigged, and he was going to do that, and they were not going to call any of those, whatever. And that angle doesn't make sense to me because the better thing for the UFC would have been Pereira winning the belt and then fighting against Aspinall. and then setting up another Gone fight with Aspinall after that. Now we're just running back Aspinall and Gone, which was, the way Dana likes to do it is someone loses the belt, a new challenger comes in, tries the belt, fails, and then that old guy gets a chance to reclaim, and now it's like 2 years later removed from the rematch. But, the next heavyweight title fight is going to be Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane again, which, should be a good fight, should be fun. But the idea, like, Pereira is trying to appeal, like, whatever. He was going to lose. He was outmatched in that fight. He did not look good. I also saw that, JD. My mouth hurts. I also saw that, JD. Apparently, the FBI found out that there was going to be an explosive drone attack, and they shut it down. So, the story is there was some 19-year-old kid whose mom got very nervous about him buying a bunch of firearms and explosive stuff, and like called the FBI and was like, "Hey, my son seems like he's going to shoot up a school." Which, good on the mom. Man, could you imagine making that decision? Like, put it into like a different context. I don't think any of us really have kids here, but like imagine your brother or your sister is like doing all of these things and like buying a bunch of guns and crap like that. And like has a manifesto and does weird things and stuff like that. But imagine calling the FBI on a family member and being like, "Hey, I think my brother's going to like cause irreparable damage for millions of Americans. Yeah, so I think you should do about it." Yes, W mom for like helping save the country, but also I would not have blamed her if she said nothing. Like, that is such a hard spot to be in. I couldn't even imagine that, bro. I don't even like ratting my friends out for anything. Yesterday at work, a dish went out. There was a dish that was not supposed to have peanuts on it because someone had a peanut allergy, and it went out with peanuts on. I was on my 10. I came back up, and then the person who was running Expo, she went on her 10, and we flipped spots. And then that came back, and he was like, "This is a big problem." I was like, "Oh, okay, I don't know." And then the manager came up and was like, "Who was up here? Who did this? Who let this go out?" Because my job is like I'm the last line of defense on everything going out, making sure everything is correct. And I was like, I didn't even want to rat on her. I was like, I was on my 10. And he's like, "So who was up here?" I was like, "I don't know. I was on my 10." I just tried so hard not to rat out this person because like I hate putting people in that position, even if they're in the wrong. Even if they're in the wrong, it's like, I don't want to be the judge, jury, and executioner on these kind of things. To call the FBI on your own son, bro, that is just otherworldly brave. And, scary. That's terrifying. Yeah, the other part, JD, is like, yes, she is an American hero now. She's like done amazing things, and that is unbelievable what she did to like help, I guess, save our country in some ways and save a lot of lives that day should the attack have gone through. But also at the same time, she changed her life forever. They say, and many people have confirmed this, but the greatest pain a human could feel is the loss of a child. Harry Kane, Mrs. Wide. They say that the greatest pain someone could experience is the loss of a child, and essentially this woman lost her child when she made that call, because that kid is not getting released anytime soon. That kid is locked up for a long time. She basically voluntarily lost her child because she thought he was going to do something nasty and terrible, like literally be a terrorist. And she was right. And so big ups to the mom for doing that, but also like, dude, that is otherworldly crazy. That is a tough decision to make. But we talked about the Eagles defense, the Eagles offense. Sean Mannion is coming in. He's the new offensive coordinator. He was the quarterback coach over for the Packers, who are not on this list. Spoiler alert. Packers stink. Oh! Modic just absolutely kicked someone in the balls. That's a PK. I don't know how that's a PK. It was an accident. JD, no spoilers, remember? He did kick him directly in the balls, but how is that a PK? Oh, this is so lame. Harry Kane shooting a penalty kick. The penalty kick is too close. I hate it. It's too close. It's not soccer. Like, the free throw line is close, but it's also, like, decently far away. This is just way too close. They should be shooting from the back line. It's designed for them not to miss. But they miss all the time because they suck. Why does England have a Croatia? Why does it say Croatia on England's jerseys? Did you see that? Here it is, Harry Kane for glory. For England. He misses! Ha ha! What a loser! Wow, England! What a loser! Jude Bellingham. Why does it say Croatia on England's jerseys? Does anybody else see that? Also, have you guys seen what Croatia looks like? Have you guys seen a map of Croatia? You guys got to see this. This blew my mind when I saw this the other day. Map of Europe. Okay, let's zoom in on this. Open image in new tab, please. Computer, open image in new tab, please. Okay. I see London, I see France. Okay. Bro, all right. Okay. Look at what Croatia has done. Croatia did Bosnia and Herzegovina and Montenegro so dirty. Look at this country. The goalie moved too early. Wait, what? The goalie's not allowed to move early? Why? Why does it say Croatia on their jerseys? Why do the England jerseys say Croatia? Bro, look at how dirty and nasty Croatia is to Bosnia and Herzegovina. No, they have to kick it first, then they can move? That's stupid. So they're allowed to like pause and stop and fake and kick and but the keeper's not allowed to move? That's so stupid. I always see them lean. That's so stupid. How soft is that? That's so soft. Harry Kane, why are you celebrating? You guys are a bunch of losers. England sucks, dude. The country's lame. Super racist. Hella segregated. They hate Indian people. Why do they have Croatia on the jersey? That is so stupid. That's Bush League right there. He moved again. He moved. I don't get it. You're allowed to move. You're allowed to lean, but you can't move? How does it make any sense? Someone please explain to me, why does it say Croatia? Am I tripping, JD? Do you see that too? Right underneath the flag, or whatever that stupid seal is, whatever that, like, pennant, it says Croatia. Harry Kane is one World Cup goal away from tying the England record for most goals. But look what Croatia did. Croatia was like, yeah, we're right here. Instead of sharing the coastline with Bosnia and Herzegovina, they took the entire thing. Look, it goes all the way down here to Montenegro. Like, Bosnia and Herzegovina does not have a coastline at all. Croatia also took the islands. Look at how crazy this is. I ain't as good as I once was. Where the crap am I? Look at this. Oh, wait, do they have a little sliver right there? Maybe. Look at this, dude. Completely hijacked the entire Adriatic Sea from Bosnia and Herzegovina. I didn't even know that country existed, but I feel bad for them right now. We got the Rams, the Seahawks, and the Eagles. I think it's time we finish this list real quick and then go live on TikTok and start talking ball and taking calls over there. We will open up the phone lines once we go over there and get cooking a little bit. At 3, I've got the Eagles. At 4, I've gone back and forth on this team, but I'm kind of solidified with where I'm at with them right now. I got the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen has DJ Moore now. James Cook is coming off his best season ever, so I expect that offense to be even better than it was last year. The question is, once again, with the Bills, is the defense. Like, once again, we are going to be talking about this for the rest of time. Is the defense going to step up for Josh Allen? Because right now, it does not look like they're going to have a very good rushing defense at all. Oh, great chance. Corner. I looked it up, it said it, but I clearly said... You said online, it said it didn't say it? Well, online is wrong. Because I see it right underneath their stupid patch. It says Croatia. That's why I was confused when I first popped on. I was like, wait, what? I was like this, wait, what? Number 4, I got the Bills just because Josh Allen is the man. Will it be his year? The AFC is a bit more wide open than it was in the past, so we will see from Josh. At number 5, I do have the Baltimore Ravens. This defense was insanely injured last year. If you remember all the injuries that the Ravens were facing, yes, you do because you know ball. But they were so injured last year, and they were a game away from making the playoffs. Lamar Jackson barely played. I think the team is still good. Wow, what a chance for England right here. They got numbers the other way. What a chance. What a move from... Oh, my gosh. So close. What a move. It says Croatia. 11, and then a date. Jesse Minter is an unbelievable defensive-minded head coach that they got over there. I think the defense is going to get better. They added in Trey Hendrickson, so they did improve. The offense might regress a little bit without Tyler Linderbaum, which is kind of a fear. And then Lamar Jackson is just surrounded by bums. His best pass catcher is Zay Flowers. So he's a decent number 2 or maybe even number 3 on a championship team. But I don't know. Your best pass catcher being Mark Andrews, who's ancient, and then I'm locked in on these jerseys. What? I'm trying. They won't show it. Oh, what a great cross from the corner. An unbelievable try. Just not good enough. Show the jersey close up. A word about the offense slightly. I think if any team on here I might have way too high, it might be these Ravens, personally. But a team that I could not put high enough, brother. A team that I could not find a higher spot for. The Los Angeles Chargers. They basically added in 2 all-pro tackles to the roster and one of the best offensive coordinators in the league. Tua led the league in passing yards in 2023 under Mike McDaniel. Okay? Tua Tagovailoa led the league in passing yards under Mike McDaniel in 2023. If you know anything about football, you know Justin Herbert is much better than Tua Tagovailoa. So if he was able to do that with Tua, imagine what he's going to do with Herbo. Jesse Minter leaving is very tough, but there are enough core defensive pieces in Khalil Mack and Derwin James, and Harbaugh is a great mind for defense. I think he'll still have the boys rolling. Will we be a top 5 defense like we were last year? No, probably not, but I do think we will still be fine defensively. It looks like online they always have the opponent's name on their jersey and the date they are playing them. That is very, very stupid and very, very soft, and England's a dumb country for doing that. At number 7, I have the Bears. Da Bears! Year 2 of Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson is going to be something special. I will most likely put in 3 wagers at the beginning of the NFL season. I'll most likely put in 3 wagers, all futures. The first future is Los Angeles Chargers win the Super Bowl. The second future is Justin Herbert MVP. The third is Caleb Williams MVP. I think the MVP is guaranteed to be one of those 2 guys. I think it's going to be Caleb, or I think it's going to be Justin. I think that we're just kind of, We've done the Lamar and the Patty Mahomes and the Bills and the Josh Allen. I think the way that Justin Herbert is going to look in the Chargers offense is going to be unbelievable, and then year 2 of Caleb Williams is going to be nutty. I really do think the MVP is one of those 2 guys. So that's where I will be placing. I will do maybe a couple more futures. Let's just see what it's like. But that is the only kind of sports gambling I think is chill. Daily betting on games is a tough look for me, but I think putting a future out there is very fun. Okay. Regular season wins. Awards. MVP. Okay, show more. So Justin Herbert is 6th on here at plus 1,100, and Caleb Williams is 10th at plus 1,500. I really like both those prices, man. You got to like those prices. Also, Trevor Lawrence might get some love, too. Trevor Lawrence is going to be very, 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 very good. Wow. Kyler Murray has better odds than Tyler Shuck and Daniel Jones? This is crazy. Throw a flyer on Jacoby Brissett, please, somebody. Mac Jones? Brock Purdy has better odds to win it than Bo Nix. I mean, Bo Nix sucks at quarterback, dude. He's bad. I'm not into Bo Nix at all, and you will see from my list. But number 7, I do have the Bears because of Caleb Johnson and or Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson. Year 2 is going to be absolutely nutty. They lost DJ Moore, but I don't think it's that big of a hit because DJ Moore never really plays, and he kind of sucks most of the time. He'll either have 7 catches for 175 yards and 3 touchdowns, or no catch on 2 targets. And it's just such a weird player. And so I really don't think they're going to miss DJ Moore much because Luther Burden has been great for them. And then I think, obviously, our guy, Colston Loveland, has been awesome. The only question on offense is, like, the run game in the middle of the season for the Bears was awesome. They were so good. They were not that great, like, the beginning of the season, and maybe towards the end, not as good. So can they figure out that running back by committee thing up in there? Is it going to be Vidal? Is it going to be the other guy whose name I forget? I don't know what they're going to do at running back, but you know, if they can get a good run game going, I mean, the passing game is going to be unbelievable. And they also have Caleb, who's going to be doing a lot of running. At number 8, brother, I mean, people are going to get mad at me for this one, but it's just a fact. Where did it go? I hate when this happens. Boom, boom. I got the Cowboys at number 8, bro. I do. Everywhere else I looked online when I was doing my research today, a lot of people have the Cowboys closer to like 15 or 16, which I think is just way too low. England has gotten so many good chances. England is putting all the pressure on Croatia. Here's my thought on the Cowboys. This offense was awesome last year, and they barely had CeeDee Lamb. Okay? They barely had CeeDee Lamb. The question about this team was all defense. All of last year, we were saying if their defense was just mid, they would be a playoff team and potentially a Super Bowl contender. If their defense was just half decent. Well, guess what happened in the offseason? Their defense became half decent. They signed Rashawn Gary and Kobe Durant, and they drafted Caleb Downs. Obviously, they got Quinnen Williams returning and Overshown returning. Their defense is now mid. And mid plus, maybe even. Their defense improved drastically from where it was at the beginning of the season last year. They added in even more pieces. I think Caleb Downs was an incredible addition at safety. Listen, all last year we said if they just had a defense, they'd be the best team in the league. And now they kind of have a defense. So I'm not sleeping on the Cowboys at all. I don't know, Oreo. Maybe you don't call today. I don't know, brother. It's okay if you guys don't make a phone call. Go to my birthday dinner soon. Wait, Oreo, is it your birthday today? Wait, Oreo, is it your birthday today? Whoa! Oreo the cat's birthday is today! Wow! Happy birthday, Oreo. I got to sing you happy birthday. Wait, so you're 13 today, Oreo? Wow, I'm so glad you're spending it with us. This is a different version. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Oreo the cat. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Oreo the cat. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Oreo, you can call in. Of course you can, bro. I did not know it was your birthday. You get special treatment today. You get whatever you want. I said that you could have whatever you like. Yeah. Cups on me, Patron on ice. We could pop bottles all night, baby. You could have whatever you like. At 9 and 10, just to finish the list off, I do have the Broncos and then the Lions. I think the Lions are going to be better than people think. The offense is still one of the most dangerous in the league. They have quite an easy schedule. New offensive coordinator Drew Petzing is like, whatever. He's a very, very, very good passing game coordinator, so I think he's going to be solid there. He's going to be better than Dan Campbell calling plays for sure. They have a pretty soft schedule. They have playoff experience. I honestly think them missing the dance last year was the best thing that could have happened to this team, and they're going to be coming at it. It's your birthday, so I'm not going to argue with you. Not do it, argue. Oreo, where are you going for birthday dinner? I have the Broncos at 9. Listen, the defense is good enough to win a championship. Adding in Jalen Waddle to offense is massive for them. I just do not think Bo Nix is a very good quarterback at all. Sean Payton is always going to be in the mix, though. He's the best. He's one of the best coaches in the league. But the AFC is not going to be as easy this year as we once thought. And Bo Nix is by far the weakest quarterback on this entire list. So I am Primantes. Wow. I feel good. Oreo, do you want to call in? Oreo can call into the show, and then we're going to go live on TikTok and start building up a little bit of a gathering of men there, and then we will do our thing. My mouth hurts, bro. My mouth hurts from talking. My brother Oreo, happy birthday, bro.
Thank you.
Dude, how old are you now?
13.
Let's go. Are you excited to go to PG-13 movies without your mom or dad?
I don't really go to movies.
But now you can watch whatever you want, and you don't have to ask for permission.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What are you most excited about being a teenager? Is it you're just stoked that you're not 12 anymore?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that.
Well, you got plenty of time to think, brother. You have an entire year of being where you're at. June 17th, that's a very strong birthday.
I mean, yeah, I was looking, I was like, the only other celebrity that has the same birthday is Kendrick Lamar.
Wow, you and Kendrick cut from the same cloth. Now, Oreo, I'm July 18th, so I was also a summer birthday type beat kind of guy. The one part that stinks about a summer birthday is you don't get to celebrate like at school. Like everyone gets like a cake at school, but we don't for summer birthday.
I kind of like that. The only thing that I say things about my birthday is that it's always around Father's Day, and so it always gets overshadowed by that. And I can never have I can never have my friends over around it because they're always on like trips or like spending time with their dad, which makes sense. So I always have to have it like a week later or 2 weeks later.
It's true. That's why for my birthday parties, I would basically only invite my baseball team because we were all playing like all-stars together, and those guys I knew were home. But yeah, it's a big thing. People going on vacation. Now, what did you ask for your birthday from Ma and Pa?
So I asked for one of the new Xboxes, the Series X.
You didn't ask for like a Toyota Corolla or something?
No.
Did you ask for a razor? Are you shaving yet?
I mean, I'll probably just go to the store and get one.
Yeah, I mean, you're 13 now. You can go to Target and buy whatever you want. So you asked for a new Xbox. Did you get it?
I don't know yet. I have to wait till my stepdad gets home in like 30 minutes.
Okay, got to wait to open presents with the fam. Do you guys have any special birthday traditions that your family does?
Not really. Just like, it's normally just like you pick where you go to dinner that night. That's about it.
That is always fun, bro. And so you're going to Primantes. Take me through the thought process of going there. Was there another option?
No, it's my favorite. I mean, I had it like a while ago, and it was my favorite. And then we moved here, and it's like down the street. It's my favorite restaurant, so it's like.
That is so awesome, bro. I'm so happy that you get to celebrate and hang out with us, and kick it and keep it chill. Have you been watching the World Cup?
I only really watched. I mean, I've been watching like the scores and stuff, and I saw that Messi got the hat trick.
Yeah.
But I only really watched the USA game, and I only watched like part of it. So.
Yeah. I don't want to put a damper on your day of celebration, but our friend Blake called into the show on Monday and gave us a great idea of trading De'Aaron Fox and like 3 first-round picks for Anthony Edwards. How did you feel about that trade?
See, personally, I would love it. But I don't think it would ever happen. The Timberwolves would never do that because they are historically bad at drafting, and they know that. I mean, they got lucky with Ant. They got lucky that they got the first pick. I mean, Ant was the consensus there. They got lucky it was a consensus pick, and it wasn't like the 2021 draft where I think they really would have messed it up.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. How are you feeling? Have you fully recovered from the L?
I mean, partially. It still kind of makes me mad. But when my mom went to get my the cake I wanted, she was like, "Is there like a Spurs thing?" This was like right after. This was like a day after. She was like, "Is there anything Spurs?" And the clerk apparently said to her, like the person doing it was like, "Well, since it's Spurs, do you want our condolences?"
That's very, very funny. So you said she got the cake you wanted. What kind of flavor cake are you rocking? What's your fave?
I don't know if anywhere. I think other places have it. It's called almond cake. It's like sweeter than normal like vanilla cake, but it's like really good. I don't know.
Almond cake. It sounds delicious. Unbelievable. So what are the plans for today? So you've just been chilling, hanging out, and then you're gonna go to dinner with the fam?
Yeah, and then after we're probably gonna come back. So when my stepdad gets home, we're gonna open my presents, and then we're gonna get ready. We're gonna go to dinner, and we're gonna come back and probably have cake. That's probably the plan. That's assuming.
Yeah, hopefully play some Xbox, bro, on the new console.
That's what we're hoping. And then my grandma gave me $300, so I'm getting a Switch 2.
Bro, let's go, Grandma.
Yeah, I had some money from Christmas still that I was saving for it, and then my grandma gave me $300, so I'm getting a Switch 2.
Switch 2 is a absolutely great investment. I really want to get one for like long flights and stuff like that. Sounds so fun. Does Grandma live around you guys?
Oh, she used to. We were like 20 minutes from her, and then we moved like an hour and a half, so it's not that far, but
not too bad. And then, do you have siblings that are hanging out with you?
I do. I have a little brother, and then my sister and stepsister. But
are they being extra nice to you on your birthday, or are they still being jerks?
Well, you can never be fully nice with siblings, but you know.
Yeah, I've got two younger brothers and an older sister, so I know what it's all about. Bro, Just Pop Man had a question for you. He said, how do you feel about DeJounte Murray for De'Aaron Fox straight up?
I don't want him back. I don't. See, the thing is with Fox, at least he plays. I don't think we've seen DeJounte Murray play a full season in like 4 years.
It's not a bad take at all. DeJounte Murray is a very, very good basketball player. I like watching him play. You know, he was out the entire season, and then the Lakers played them, and he came back that game, and they almost beat the Lakers late in the season because DeJounte Murray was great. But you're right. He's fragile.
He's a great player. I can't mind. I mean, I know him and Trey didn't work out, and obviously he's kind of what started the Spurs rebuild, and I will always like respect him for that time. Those were great. I mean, the couple years in between there kind of sucked. Like, and then him getting there, it just brought so much hope. And I remember that. And then he obviously got. I can't entirely remember. He got traded, I think. And then I was like kind of sad. And then we got Wemby, and it was just it was such an up and down.
I mean, getting Wemby is probably the biggest up that you can get. I mean, now that dust has settled a little bit, are you like slightly happy for New York fans?
No. No.
I absolutely love it, bro. Oreo, did you have anything in particular on your brain when you wanted to call into the show?
Just that I think the Commanders are very underrated. I've seen them very low on many of the preseason, like the early preseason rankings. I've seen them super low on like everything I've watched. I think they're criminally underrated. I think JD5's going to come back from his injuries from last year. Obviously, it was a little scary seeing him get injured the first couple weeks and then coming back and then getting injured again in the same spot, the same way that RG3 did. That was very scary. But, you know, I think he'll bounce back. Obviously, he has Terry McLaurin. He has who I think is going to be one of the best receivers in the draft from out of Antonio Williams, and we got Sonny Styles. I think the team is much more improved. Our main issue last year was the injuries and then our defense, and we improved on our defense. And we just got to hope with the injuries. There's nothing you can really do about that.
It's a good point. I think the team got better. I think a lot of people are putting you guys kind of low because they think the rest of the division around you is also very good. Like, you're going to play the Eagles twice, the Cowboys twice, and the Giants twice.
Honestly, the only team I'm scared about, and I hate admitting it, the only team I'm scared about is the Cowboys. That team is great. I'm not worried about the Eagles. The Eagles have so many inside issues. Like, they have such... Like, they don't like each other. They all don't like each other.
Well, they got rid of A.J. Brown.
They got rid of A.J. Brown, but they split up Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship. They lost that connection.
Hard-hitting white guys connection.
Devontae Smith is going to get more touches, but we don't even know how Mekhi Lemon's going to be. It's up in the air with that team. We're going to need to see the first couple weeks. And then the Giants, that team is not going to be good this year.
Yeah, I'm not very high on the Giants at all, so I'm with you there, bro. But yeah, dude, the best part is about football and about sports is we're going to talk about these teams for the next 3 months at least, and then we get to actually watch them play, and and the dust gets to settle, and we actually get to decide on it and see how things are going. How do you feel about the kind of refreshed, a little bit relaxed show format from today? Kind of just chilling and talking and hanging, and then just doing some football stuff.
It's been fun. I mean, yeah, it's definitely a lot more calm than our the late night ones where people would call him yelling.
Yeah, I mean, the late night ones were crazy. With the NFL stuff, I'm going to get some heated people, and I think we're going to get some today, so we'll see. Croatia with an unbelievable chance. A screamer. Goal! The equalizer for Croatia. Unbelievable. In the 35th minute of the game, it's now 1-1. Wow.
Who's Croatia playing?
Croatia's playing England.
Oh, wait, is the Portugal game over yet? How did that one go? 'Cause Ronaldo's a fraud. How did that go?
Ronaldo's a fraud. They tied. It was a draw against the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Yeah, fraud. Holy fraud. Okay.
Holy fraud alert. Bro, Oreo, unbelievable stuff, bro. I'm praying for you all the time, man. Legit. I always keep you guys in my prayers, and I'm always praying for you. And I'm thankful that you're part of this thing. I'm thankful that you're finally 13 years old. Because the rating of TBWZ is PGA 13, so now you're officially allowed to watch.
Yeah.
Bro, you're the absolute man. I love you so much, dog. We'll talk soon, okay? Happy birthday.
Yep, thank you. Bye.
Peace. What a goal! What a screamer! We're going live on TikTok right now, and we'll open up the phone lines in just a little bit. Let me kind of get things cooking with those folks over there, and then we'll let it rip. That goal was unbelievable. What a try. What a beautiful group of people in the stands, too. I'm going to get a lot of heat from this list from a few fans, so I've included a couple of teams that are going to get mad at me. Texans fans are going to get mad at me, okay? My question, though, for Texans fans, if C.J. Stroud looks bad again this year, are you going to draft a quarterback in 2027? Just so you know, when I call, my area code is 815. Holy crap. Absolutely love it. Thank you, Just Pop. Packers fans are going to get very mad at me for not going. Friday's a 110 streak. Let's go. That 110 freeway, baby. Always backed up. What up, Elliot? My question for Texans fans who are going to be mad at me that they're not on this top 10 list is, like, I don't think C.J. Stroud is a very good quarterback. And now if he's bad again, question for you guys, if he is bad again, are they going to draft a quarterback in 2027? We will find out. Packers fans are going to get so mad at me for not having the Packers on the top 10 because Packers fans are delusional people. They're absolutely insane. I think Matt LaFleur is legit on the hot seat if they miss the playoffs this year. I'm also worried about Micah Parsons' back, bro. I feel like that's a lingering back issue that might be more of an issue than they have let on in the past. I don't think it's as simple like, oh, it's tweaked. Oh, he kind of hurt it a little bit. I think there's some bigger fish to fry with that thing. Bears over Chargers. No, I have the Chargers over the Bears, brother. Right? Please tell me I got that right. Yeah, the Chargers at 6, the Bears at 7, bro. Go Bolts. 6-7. Packers fans are going to get very, very mad at me, but I don't care because they are. Niners fans are also going to be upset about this list. I just feel like the Niners every other year are good. That team is so reliant on CMC being good, and he's yet to have like an injury issue kind of in San Francisco. I'm not predicting injuries, but if there's a team that you can predict injuries for, it's the San Francisco 49ers. Nick Bosa is coming off of a year-long injury with his ACL. Fred Warner and George Kittle both had some really gruesome injuries at the end there. They're getting older. The whole team is aging and getting older. The Niners are awesome. I love that team. They're always very surprising. They're always in the mix. The offense is always really good. They're so reliant on CMC, though. I just don't know if that is a winning formula to just rely on a plus like a 33-year-old Christian McCaffrey. Jags fans are going to be mad at me, too, because the Jags fans are very passionate about their team, which I've come to love. But Jags fans, I wanted to put you in the top 10. I really did. I think you should be in the top 10, right? When I look at this team and I look at what they did last year, they were a huge surprise. Losing Devin Lloyd and Travis Etienne is going to be tough, 100%. But the question I have for Jags fans is, what is Travis Hunter going to look like? A lot of people are saying Travis Hunter is only going to be playing defense, or is only going to be what kind of Travis Hunter are we going to be getting from this team? That's what I want to know. Who else? What wide receiver went? Oh, Jacoby Myers went over there. I think they have pieces around them. I think Coach Cohen is awesome, but ultimately I do think that they struggle a little bit more this year than they did last year. Fellas, jumping in, joining us on TikTok Live. These are the TBWZ top 10 NFL teams going into the 2026 season. We are so excited about football. We are locked in on it. We just finished up our NBA season in our Stanley Cup playoffs. We are currently live watching England and Croatia in the World Cup, but I figured it'd be a great time to be doing our top 10 NFL teams. Ram fan Puka17 liking up the live. Thank you, brother. JD is playing 82-0 Hoop IQ mode. I can't get past 76-6. Better than I've ever done. On Hoop IQ mode? I can't believe someone actually got an 82-0 on Hoop IQ mode. Was it C4? Do I owe him a karaoke? But fellas, as you can see from my list, top 10 NFL teams, no surprise at 1 and 2. I do have the Rams and the Seahawks. A lot of people have the Seahawks a bit lower because maybe losing Clint Kubiak is kind of a hit that they think they'll be taking. But I think the Seahawks are still a very, very good football team. And they had enough pieces around them last year where, Clint Kubiak is a great offensive mind, but he's no genius. He's no like Ben Johnson. He's no Liam Cohen. He had amazing pieces around them, and they won. Like, it was more about the roster construction. England just scored. What are you kidding me? Was it Harry Kane? England just scored. It's now 2-1. Gosh dang it. You just tied it up, Croatia. You just tied it up. You're in Jerry world. Jerry, more like Harry world. A screaming header to the back post. Unbelievable from Harry Kane. How is he so open, though? He was so open. I thought the Rams were better than the Seahawks last year. I did. I do. And I still deep down probably do think that. The only difference about these two teams last year was a fluke extra point and home field advantage for the Seahawks. If the Rams had home field advantage, I think they would have gone on and won the Super Bowl, but they played that last the NFC Championship game on the road, and they lost because of it by 3 points. So very, very close knit. I have the Eagles at 3, which a lot of people are going to have issue with. A lot of people have issue with the Eagles at 3. I just think that's a darn good football team. I think the defense is very good. The issue last year was the run game. The issue last year was the offense. And the bad man is gone. A.J. Brown is not there anymore to ruin things in that Eagles locker room. 81 goals. Eric now ties some old dude for most World Cup goals for an Englishman. This is 81st goal in international play for England. Wow, unbelievable stuff. What a beast. What a guy. Thank you for liking up the live, brother. Hanging out. Seahawks are not the same team, LMAO. I think they're still very good. I know that they lost a few pieces. They definitely did. I'm not saying they didn't. Losing Boye Mafe is tough, but it's still a top 3 defense. It's Mike McDonald is still a fantastic football coach. They have all the confidence in the world now. They just won a Super Bowl. They lost Kenneth Walker, but Zach Charbonnet is an incredible replacement. They still have JSN, and they still have Sam Darnold. As long as you have those two and the connection that they have together, they're going to be good offensively. Losing Kubiak to the Raiders is tough, but realistically, a lot of offensive coordinators would have had success in that offense. They lost their MVP running back and most of their they didn't lose most of their defense, Derby. No, they did not lose most of their defense. And Kenneth Walker's a good running back, but Zach Charbonnet is a fantastic replacement. Running back is the easiest thing to replace, bro, by far. But I couldn't put them lower than 2. I couldn't be disrespectful to them in that way. We're going to be opening up the phone lines in just a minute, so if you want to call into the show, hang tight. We'll be opening them up in just a few minutes here. I'm just trying to get some people loaded in on this one. Where are the Patriots? Come on, man. Bills at 4. They got worse. No, they didn't, Mary. They did not. They added in DJ Moore. They added an offensive weapon for Josh Allen. They got better. The Patriots stink. They sucked last year. They got lucky last year. They had the easiest schedule in the history of the league. They're not very good at football. Drake May, more like fake May. He's not very good. Oh, they added in A.J. Brown? Cool. They added in the biggest locker room distraction in the history of football? Cool. That's going to make things really better. Wow, their head coach had an affair with Diana Rossini. That's going to go over well. That team is not very good. The Patriots are not going to make the playoffs, dude. I don't even have the Patriots in the top 15. Not even close. Sorry, I'm pulling up the Seahawks roster because Derpy said they lost most of their defense. And I'm like, what? They lost most of their defense? I'm back for NFL Talk, said Stryker, what up? Man, DJ Moore is bad. Come on, Zach, you're my guy. What is this? I don't think DJ Moore's bad. I think DJ Moore is the best wide receiver that Josh Allen has had since Stephon Diggs, the Predator himself. Danny Mix, what up? Danny Mix, my guy. Ravens are not top 10 either? Why? Why are the Ravens not top 10? They lost... What are we talking about? They lost all their defense. Lost all their defense. That doesn't make any sense to me. They still have the Seahawks still have Leonard Williams. They still have Byron Murphy, DeMarcus Lawrence. They still have Ernest Jones. They have Uchenna Nwosu still. They have Devon Weatherspoon. They have Josh Jobe, Nick Imanwari. Their defense is still unbelievable. Their defense is unbelievable. Also, the Ravens defense added in Trey Hendrickson. They got better. And they have Jesse Minter as their head coach now, who's way more defensive-minded than Harbs. That was just a bad situation with Harbaugh. They were tired of Harbaugh. They didn't like each other. They wanted to move on. That relationship split up, and that's what we saw. And that's why they're split up, and that's why I think the Ravens are going to be in a much better spot. Lamar Jackson didn't play a whole lot last year, which means just more rest on the body. I think he's going to be coming back well. The issue with the Ravens is he has a bunch of bums around him and no one to pass to. Cowboys are always good and still never make the Super Bowl. I mean, always good. They weren't very good last year. Cowboys over Broncos? Come on, man. The Cowboys have a much, much, much better quarterback and offense than the Broncos. Yeah, Jalen Waddle is great. They've got a decent, J.K. Dobbins is okay. Sean Payton's a great offensive mind, but Bo Nix is not good at football, and you cannot convince me that he is. He is the weakest quarterback on this list by far. The Cowboys' offense is returning exactly the same way they were last year, and their defense got better. So, 78-4 is awesome. Let's go, JD. Where are the Chiefs? Not on this list, bro. Chiefs are not on this list. No, sorry. Maybe you could have put them at 10, but I don't know. I'm not going to do that. The Chiefs are going to be okay. Travis Kelce's 100 years old. Who is he throwing to? Rashee Rice is just got out of jail. He just got out of jail. Oh, Kenneth Walker is going to be unbelievable. Okay, cool. Yeah, tell me what team in the last 5 years has won a Super Bowl because their running back was good? Nobody. You win because of your passing game. That's the way the NFL works now. Running game helps a lot. I know Kenneth Walker is going to be a really good addition, the best running back that Mahomes has ever had, but I don't know. That team feels like this is it. It feels like it's at the end. I also don't think Pat Mahomes retires a Chief. I think Pat Mahomes retires a Cowboy, personally. Where are the Niners at? Still injured. They're still playing on electrical facilities. The Niners, listen, man, every other year they're incredible. But every other year they also kind of stink. They're insanely injured. Fred Warner and Kittle are coming off some bad injuries at an old age, which is troubling. They're getting Nick Bosa back, Fred Warner back. That's going to be a good thing, but do you really expect anyone on that team to stay healthy? That team, if they did not have CMC on their team, would have missed the playoffs and been below 500 if they did not have Christian McCaffrey. You cannot be so. They're the only team outside of the Bills that is wholly reliant on one player. That's what the Niners are. They don't have CMC, bro. They're going to be shot. So if CMC misses any time at all, I mean they're just absolutely toast. So Seahawks was Super Bowl. He won the Super Bowl MVP, but they did not win the Super Bowl because of Kenneth Walker. They won because their defense was unbelievable. And JSN is the best wide receiver in the league, and Sam Darnold was out of his mind. Having the boys, Bears, and Chargers above the Broncos is blasphemy. The Broncos don't have a good quarterback. Bo Nix is not good at quarterback. You cannot convince me otherwise. He's just not very good. I mean, is he a cool guy? Maybe. Can he run decently well? Yeah, he's all right in the pocket. He's not a very good quarterback. And Sean Payton knows it. If he has a bad season, he's not very good. They're drafting quarterback in 2027, I promise you that. I also would not put it past Sean Payton to take Brendan Sorsby in the supplemental draft and move on from Bo Nix entirely. He's the weakest quarterback on this list by far. I'm taking Darnold. I'm taking Matt Stafford, Hurts, Allen, Lamar, Herbert, Williams, Dak, and Jared Goff over Bo Nix every day. Bo Nix will be better than Hurts in 3 years. Okay, well, Ram Fan Puka, we're talking about next year. In 3 years? That doesn't make any sense to me at all. That makes no sense to me at all. Jalen Hurts is awesome. Oh, yeah, the guy who takes his team to the AFC Championship isn't good? Not really. They didn't get to the AFC Championship because Bo Nix. They got there because their defense was unbelievable. Croatia! Let's go! The equalizer! In the 49th minute of the first half. Unbelievable. What a screamer. Onsides. It's 2-2. It's even. 2-2 Croatia and England. The Broncos were not good last year because Bo Nix. They were good last year because their defense was so insane. And they got lucky against the Raiders on Thursday Night Football. Finally, someone who speaks factually. Nix is not a great quarterback. Thank you, big boys. You're the absolute man. I love you. I'm saying it was that bad he wouldn't be able to be better so soon. I don't know what that means, Ram Fan Puka. Bruh, you won't sniff the AFC Championship ever? Ever? It's kind of a blanket statement. Finally, someone who speaks. All right, I already said that. The phone lines are officially open. If you guys do want to call into TBWZ, nobody is watching the show. That's cool. I thought this was going to be doing really well on TikTok, and nobody cares about it, which is fun. But if you guys want to call in, all right, here's this guy. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
John from LA.
John from LA. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ. What do you have for the people, John?
Okay, on your top 10 list, I think the Rams, that's the solid number one. If it wasn't for a bad call where the ref blew the whistle in week 16, I think the Rams would have had home field advantage and probably won the Super Bowl. And the Seahawks, I think you have to put them a little bit lower here. They lost their main coordinator. They lost their Super Bowl MVP. Sam Darnold, who knows if he's able to repeat what he did. Jason, I'll give you that he's good, but then the main thing is losing Kenneth Walker and the
Yeah, replacing running backs is the easiest thing to ever do in the NFL. Kenneth Walker was a good running back last year, but there were multiple games where Zach Charbonnet had more attempts and rushing yards than him. Zach Charbonnet is a fine replacement for me, and I'm pretty certain I know what Sam Darnold is going to do this year. The uncertainty with Sam Darnold was because he played for the Jets and he played for the Panthers. But the past 2 seasons, Sam Darnold has been incredible, and he's got JSN. Losing Clint Kubiak, I agree with you, but he still has JSN, Rashid Shaheed, and Cooper Kupp, and Zach Charbonnet and Sam Darnold. I think they're going to be great.
I think they're going to be good too, but I think you could probably put maybe the Bills over them.
The Bills over the Seahawks?
I think so. The Bills have Josh Allen, and Josh Allen has been shown that he can do anything, even with not that great receivers. Even when Stephon Diggs was acting like a diva, not wanting to catch the ball, not wanting to run routes, not wanting to play as much as other receivers, he still got it done with Cole Beasley, people like that aren't necessarily the best.
Yeah, but the Bills' defense stinks, and the Seahawks' defense is very, very good. So a big reason I have the Seahawks where they're at is because they still have a top 3 defense, in my opinion. Kind of like all of the teams up in the top 3 all have really, really good defenses, which is so important in today's age.
I agree with you for the Eagles being number 3, though. That was definitely Rams number 1, Eagles number 3 are the 2 ones I mainly agree with you. The only other one I disagree is Cowboys over the Broncos.
The Broncos quarterback sucks.
Like, Yeah, he's not the best, but Dak, he's good, but he's not that much better than the Cowboys defense. Like the difference between the Cowboys defense and the Broncos defense.
The Cowboys defense and the Broncos defense is a massive difference.
Exactly. It's a massive difference. And the QB, it's a big difference, but it's not a massive difference.
Yeah, I mean, the offense, though, for the Cowboys is absolutely unbelievable, bro. And the Broncos have a pretty tough schedule.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
I think even if they have a tough schedule, they'll still make it to the playoffs, and then from there, who knows what happens? Because the playoff shows who's actually the good teams, like we saw in the NBA. And no one thought the Knicks were gonna make it. The Knicks won the finals in every sport. So yeah. But besides that, I agree for most of the list.
John, you're the absolute man, bro. Thanks for calling in. Today's question of the day for you is, what is the best candy?
Best candy?
Yeah, top candy.
That's a tough question. Oh.
You have 5 seconds.
I'll pick Sour Patch Kids.
SPK is officially on the list. Sour Patch Kids has made it. John, God bless you. Thanks for calling to the show. We'll talk soon, bro.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Peace. James Felker said, you think the Bears, Lions, Chargers, Cowboys are better than the Texans? I do. The Texans' defense is awesome. Do not get me wrong. I'm really, really, really worried, though, about C.J. Stroud being mid. The defense is otherworldly good, and they will win you a bunch of games, but C.J. Stroud's not very good. I don't even know if Joe Mixon is going to play this year. Health-wise, I don't know what's going on with Nico. I don't know what's going on with Tank Dell. Tank Dell has had like seven surgeries since he absolutely shattered his leg. I don't know what that offense is going to look like at all. I think there are more questions than answers with this team. And although they have an easy schedule, I just can't put them in the top 10 just yet. My question for Texans fans around the world is, if CJ Stroud looks bad again this year, do they try to draft a quarterback in the 2027 draft class? Joe Mixon isn't on the team. He was last year, didn't play. JD, where'd you go? You disappeared. Dak played at an MVP level the last 3 years. Yeah, Dak's been awesome the past 3 years. I think Dak is one of the more underrated quarterbacks in the league, personally. There he is. JD, what is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ. How you doing, dog?
Pretty good.
That is good. You're calling into the show. What do you have for the people?
I don't know. I'm watching the World Cup, kind of wanting.
Yeah, we're talking NFL. What do you got?
I know. I don't agree with the Seahawks and the Eagles being that high.
You don't like the Eagles that high?
I don't. I mean, I'm a Cowboys fan. So, I just don't think Jalen Hurts is that good. And they also lost A.J. Brown, who kind of, at some points, did carry that team.
I think that's a positive.
It can be, because he was like a poison in the locker room. Sure.
Yeah.
That's fine. But, Mekhi Lemon, we don't know. Like, you obviously like him.
I know.
Because he went to USC.
I know about Mekhi Lemon. He's going to be awesome.
He's good. I will say that, but we don't know yet. Their defense is going to go down because they did lose. They lost Blankenship. That's a big blow.
Yeah, they lost Blankenship and Jalen Phillips and Kobe Dean, but they still have Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Jahad Campbell, Jonathan Grenard, Cooper DeJean, and Reek Woolen.
Right, but you also got to make sure Jalen Carter isn't spitting on someone, so you might get ejected.
Not a bad take.
And then
the question mark last year was not the defense. The question mark last year was the offense not being able to run the ball. I just don't imagine a world where Saquon Barkley rushes for under 700 yards again. That doesn't make sense.
No, he did rush the ball good last year, did he not?
No, the rushing offense was horrible last year.
Oh, I see. I don't pay attention to the Eagles too much, but I know they're not the top 3 best team in the league. I know that.
How do you feel about your Cowboys being at 8 above the Broncos?
I agree. Bo Nix, especially his leg looks like a pretzel right now.
Yeah.
So, I agree with it. I don't think our defense is that much improved, but we'll see how good I know his name. Why am I blanking on his name? Caleb Downs is going to be. and we'll see how much that can improve our secondary and stuff like that. But
well, the thing about the Cowboys last year is the whole year we were like, well, if they had a decent defense, even like a mid defense, they'd be a playoff team. And now officially they have a mid defense at least.
Oh, 100%. We would have, in my opinion, we would have been at least to the divisional round because we probably would have played, the Eagles or something if we made it? No, who's the 2 seed? It was the Bears. Never mind. We would have got first rounded.
Yeah, against the Bears probably. I've got the Bears at 7 above the Cowboys and the Broncos. I think the Bears are going to be awesome. Grady Cole is asking me where the Patriots are. I have them far off this list. I think the Patriots are going to suck.
I could see it. I could definitely see it because they did have an easy schedule last year, which was allowing them to win their division. But, I mean, they did. Did they sweep the Bills?
Did the Patriots sweep the Bills? Yes. No, it was 1-1.
Okay. Well, then, I mean, Drake May still played good in both of those games. So, I mean, that's a hard one. I think they're better than the Lions. I don't think the Lions are that good anymore.
Yeah.
I think Ben Johnson was one of the main reasons why that offense was able to do what they were able to do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of people thought that.
Yeah.
But yeah, brother, we're going to keep things moving, JD. Before you go, what is your favorite candy? We're doing best candy on TBWZ.
I don't really like candy, but if I had to pick, I'm not a candy person. I'm a baked foods guy, like a cake, cookies, and stuff like that.
Cake, cookies, and apple pie?
Yeah, kind of pies, yeah.
Cake, cookie, and pie. Kind of.
But if I had to pick, it'd probably be like Reese's or stuff like that.
Wow, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are on the list. Thank you for calling in, JD, and being a part of this show on Twitch. We'll talk soon, brother.
Yes, sir. See you.
Peace. James Felker said David Montgomery is going to feast behind a new O-line in Houston. Sorry you can't see that. I can see him feasting. I can see him. They're going to win their division because that division sucks. But you need a great quarterback to win the Super Bowl. You need a great quarterback to be great, and I think I'm out on C.J. Stroud. I also don't know who he's going to be throwing to. Grady is mad at me. Grady is very, very mad at me. I love it, though. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
What up? Just Pop from Chicago.
Yeah, my guy, Just Pop. You're calling into the show. What do you got for the people, bro?
I just wanted to share my top 10. I don't necessarily disagree with you too much. I just got them a little rearranged.
All right, let's hear it.
So 1, I got the Rams. 2, I got the Seahawks. 3, I got the Ravens because I think that them drafting Lane and Surratt is going to be a lot bigger than people understand. And then they also got Cassius Howell and Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah, I mean, is this the Ravens' year to lose it?
Honestly, I think it's go big or go home this year.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think the only issue there maybe is going to be wide receiver because, like, Zay Jones being your best wide receiver is not the best thing in the world.
They just drafted Jacoby Lane, and honestly, I was huge on him. I thought he could go in the early second this year.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just incredibly athletic. I mean, he didn't have the stats because he was paired up with the Biletnikoff winning wide receiver, but I mean, he's 6'5", and then they also got Surratt from Indiana. I mean, they kind of figured. I think they didn't figure it out, but they definitely hit in the wide receiver room this draft.
So you got the Ravens at 3.
Eagles.
Yeah. Eagles
the
at
Bears, 4. Of course.
Bears at 5.
Cowboys,
I love it.
Chargers, Bills, Patriots, and Broncos.
Oh, so you're pretty low on the Bills this year.
As a Bears fan, I don't like DJ Moore. And I think that, especially in those moments that they're looking for a big wide receiver for, he isn't going to show up in those moments that they brought him there for. And also, you have to factor in the fact that their defense is kind of poo-poo butt. It's not great.
I mean, poo-poo butt was the exact descriptor that I wrote in my notes. It's true. Every single year, it feels like it's the same thing with these Bills. It's like, hey, the offense is good. Josh Allen's an absolute freak. The running game is great, but their defense stinks. Why do they keep doing that?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man.
It seems stupid. I'm very, very excited for it. So, your official Super Bowl pick.
T.J. Parker in the first or in the second. That was a good pick. They traded back. But
we'll see what these guys turn into for sure. I mean, it seems like Josh Allen it's going to be tough for him to win a Super Bowl with the Bills. I don't. Do you think Josh Allen retires a Bill?
Honestly, I don't think so because I thought Tom Brady was going to retire a Patriot. So I think that if he doesn't get a ring with the Bills, then he's going to leave just like Miles is. I mean, it's the same love for the city, but at a certain point, you can only be as good as you want to be. Your team has to at least do something to help you out if you want to make it to the Super Bowl or win it.
Yeah, and you need a Super Bowl if you want to be cemented as one of the GOATs. And I do think Josh Allen would rather be known as one of the best of all time than just a guy who stuck around in Buffalo through the lean years. But just Pop, thanks for hanging with us, bro. We're going to keep things rolling. Before you go, what is the best candy? Question of the day.
I'll say this now, and I'll stand by this for the rest of my life, a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Wow. 2 votes early for Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Just Pop, thanks for hanging out in the chat today, bro. God bless. We'll talk soon.
Have a good one, brother.
Peace. Brick Jock said no Patriots in the top 10 is crazy work. Do you actually think they're going to be good? They're not. I promise you. They got so lucky last year. Oh, my gosh, that team sucked. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. Which name were you calling in from?
Blake, Colorado.
Blake, my guy from Colorado, you are the absolute man. Someone's mad the 49ers are not on here. The 49ers are always injured. Blake, you're calling into the show. How you doing today, bro?
Good. How about you, Zach?
Dude, I'm doing all right. We're getting through it. I'm a little bit tired, but we're actually balling out, talking some football. What did you have for the people today?
I wanted to do my top 10 NFL teams.
That is the purpose of today's show. So, Blake, without further ado, give us your top 10, brother.
I think Rams stays at number 1.
Okay.
Second, Seahawks.
Okay.
Third, Broncos.
Oh, you're high on the Broncos this year.
Because I'm putting the Bills in 4th because the Broncos defeated them.
It's not a bad take. They did beat them in the playoffs. They were the better team that day.
Yeah. And I was very hurt whenever I found out Bo Nix was injured. That was a tough day for me.
Yeah, paint the picture. Where were you? You were probably very excited that you beat the Bills, and then how quickly were you sad?
Someone told me Bo Nix got injured. I was like, what? That can't be true. And I looked at Twitter or something, and it was true.
It was true.
Didn't know,
Twitter confirmed it.
I didn't know. He didn't look like he was injured at the time.
Yeah, I mean, he walked off the field fine. And he walked off the field fine and was totally okay. And then 15 minutes later, he was hurt, and that sucked. I think you guys would have gone to the Super Bowl if he stayed healthy. Blake, so you had the Broncos at 3. So let's go, and Bills at 4. Who you got at 5?
The Eagles.
What's going on in the background there?
Just my brother. I was just talking to him.
Is he cool?
Yeah.
Is he an older brother or younger brother?
Older.
Does he pick on you?
No.
No, he's tight. He's chill like that?
Yeah.
All right, Blake. So, wait, who was at 5?
Eagles.
Eagles at 5. I like the take. Let's keep going with your top 10.
I'm going am I at 7?
I think you're at 6.
Okay. 6, I'll go with the Bears.
Bears at 6. You're high on the Bears. You like Caleb Williams?
Yeah. I'll give the Chargers in 7th.
Okay, I like it.
8th, probably the Lions.
You're high on the Lions. Blake, are you talking to your brother again?
Yeah, sorry about that.
What is he talking to you about?
Just about something.
Can you tell me what it is?
I don't want to.
Okay, that's fine. Keep it private.
All right. Where am I?
You're at James. Thank you for the follow, bro. It means a lot. I think you're at 8.
Yeah. 49ers.
Okay, 49ers at 8. I like it. 9 and 10.
I'll go with Dallas Cowboys for 9.
Dallas Cowboys at 9.
Commanders for 10.
Wow, first Commanders of the day. So you're high on the Commanders, Blake.
Yeah, I feel like they did a good job.
I like it, Blake. You're the absolute man, bro. Before you go, Blake, we're doing our question of the day on TBWZ. I'm going to open up the phone lines to more people after this. What is the best candy?
Chocolate.
Just all chocolate?
Yeah.
Blake. Bro, you're my favorite person ever, Blake.
Really?
I mean, maybe. Did you see all the mean comments on TikTok about your take?
Yeah.
What a bunch of jerks, huh?
Yeah.
Wait, do you have like a favorite chocolate in particular? Like, no. Hershey? No, just all chocolate.
Yeah.
Like Ghirardelli or anything? No.
Nah.
Just all. Blake, you're the absolute man, bro. I love you. Peace out.
All right.
Okay. That's my guy Blake on TBWZ. Stephen Galbraith said, if you think the AFC West isn't running through Arrowhead again this season, you are delusional. Again this season? Last year definitely didn't. They didn't even make the playoffs last year. A goal right away for England. Wow. Jude Bellingham. Unbelievable. What a goal. What at 46th minute? No, they're not going to be very good. Pat Mahomes is coming off an ACL. Travis Kelce's 100 years old. All of his wide receivers are actually pretty bad. Xavier Worthy sucks. Rashee Rice isn't very good. He's coming out of jail. The defense is, it's going to be okay. I think the defense got better. Kenneth Walker, good. You added in a running back. I'm not like huge on the idea of the Chiefs of a running back being like the difference in your team. The only time that's happened is when Saquon went to the Eagles, and Kenneth Walker is not close to Saquon level. I don't think they're going to be very good. I don't know how people think they are going to be good. They're just old. They're old and slow and stupid and dumb. But that's just my opinion, and you're entitled to your own. You forgot the Patriots. They should be a top 5 team. Bob Tyler, they should be a bottom 5 team. That team stinks. They added in A.J. Brown, who's the biggest locker room distraction in the history of football. Their head coach is having affairs with reporters. Their quarterback, Drake May, he's decent. He's half good. He played against the worst defenses of all time last year. They had the easiest schedule in the history of football. Waltzed their way to a Super Bowl. Didn't even have to go through Bo Nix. Had to go through Jared Stidham. That team is actually not very good at football. I promise you, the Patriots are not very good. So, the Patriots suck. They're bad. Nope, but it won't happen 2 seasons in a row because they're back. I don't know what you mean. You just said no to what I said, Steven? Okay. You can call into the show. I'd love to talk about that. What a start for England. Amazing start for England. Wow, and a corner now lined up for Ben Rice. If you guys want to call into the show, the number is 213-352-5216. If you want to call in and give me your top 10, that is what we were doing all day today. We're doing top 10 NFL teams so far. Right now, the only teams I've heard that people want to include that I don't have on my list, a surprising one from Blake, was the Commanders. How did he miss that? Wow. Almost another header to make it 4-2 over the Croats. But it's currently still 3-2. What a game we have brewing right now in Jerry World. Speaking of the Cowboys, I have the Cowboys at 8 this season. A lot of people are going to have the Cowboys a lot lower than me. I'm just high on this team. Dak Prescott is an unbelievable quarterback. QB1? No, I still think Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league for sure. I don't think he's going to be coming back this season though, like with the freshest of legs, if that makes sense. The dude tore his ACL, and he doesn't really take care of himself. He drinks beer and eats bad food and gets really drunk. Tom Brady had like longevity, and he's not the oldest guy in the world, but Pat Mahomes does not take care of his body. He's never been one to like really, really fine tune his diet and his exercise and that stuff. So you have a guy like that who just kind of relies on being talented, and he made. Dude, the thing that I've struggled with Pat Mahomes over the past season, and even last year, is like he makes the worst decisions ever now. He makes horrible decisions, thinking you just throw it up. Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy are not that good of wide receivers. Travis Kelce is ancient, bro. I'm not super high on the Chiefs at all. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, personally. I just don't think the team around Pat Mahomes is very good. Pat Mahomes is still the best quarterback in football, in my opinion, but I don't think the surrounding cast is very good at all. Unless he's hurt, then yeah, he's actually ahead of schedule on recovery, and that's because Matt Nagy was awful. I mean, I love when NFL fans are like, oh, the reason we were bad last year is not because my quarterback was just chucking it around the field like a total idiot and throwing a ton of picks and making horrible decisions, and our wide receivers weren't good. It's because the offensive coordinator wasn't good. I'm like, yeah, okay. Andy Reid was right there. Andy Reid is the guy who came up with this offense. The reason the Chiefs' offense has been good over the past 10 years is not because Eric Bieniemy is some genius. It's because Andy Reid is an offensive genius. He was still on the sideline last year, no? So your offense comes from your head coach in Andy Reid, and everyone's like, well, Matt Nagy was the problem. I know Matt Nagy's sitting there like calling the plays, but the offense is Andy Reid's. The issue with the Chiefs' offense last year was it was herky-jerky. They had no consistency. He had no one to throw to. They were just literally not scoring enough points. The running game was not good, and that's going to improve with Kenneth Walker. I totally understand that. But how much does an improved running game get you these days? What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. Which name were you calling in from?
What's up, Zach? It's Grady from Boston.
Yes, my guy Grady from Beantown. Now, brother, before we get into the NFL stuff, how awful has it been seeing the Knicks fans happy?
Yeah, it's been horrible. I was definitely rooting for the Spurs. I thought if anyone could do it, it'd be Wemby, but wasn't able to get it done. I'll give some credit to the Knicks.
Okay.
Definitely a great team, obviously, but can't
now,
root for them. So.
As a Celtics fan, if Jason Tatum played in Game 7 against the Sixers and you won that series, you would have beaten the Knicks in the next round, right?
Yeah. I was actually at that Game 7, and yeah,
tough.
I think we 100% beat the Knicks in that scenario. It's a get-back game from the year before. Healthy Tatum, I think it definitely would have went differently. Yeah.
So let's get into the NFL, brother. I've got my top 10 on the list. Tell me what's wrong with it and what you would change.
So I just have my top. I'll just read off my top 10.
Do it.
So I definitely have Rams number 1, Seahawks number 2. I do also agree with the Eagles at 3, but here's where it takes a turn because I have my Patriots at 4. Then I have Bears, Broncos. This one you might not like. Bengals, Ravens, Bills, and then I have the Cowboys at 10.
Wow, I think the interesting ones, obviously Patriots at 4. You are a Patriots fan, so I think it's coming from some fandom, and you added in a good wide receiver. There are some distraction issues going on with the team, but it doesn't seem like it worries you. You have the Bears all the way up at 5.
Yeah, I think the Bears are a fun team, and I believe in Caleb.
And then Bengals at 7 is wild for me because I don't think that Joe Burrow wants to be there. I don't think he's going to tough it out through anything. And you have them pretty high up.
Yeah, I am in on the Bengals because I believe in Joe Burrow. I mean, I see what you're saying in terms of like where he is mentally with the team, but if he can figure that element of it out, I mean, he still has Jamar Chase. Like, that's an electric team if they can figure it out. Obviously, one of the worst O-lines, so it's definitely a hot take, but I figured I'd throw it in there.
I like it. I'm all about hot takes. I just, he's been hurt. Every single season he's been in the NFL, he's missed multiple games, and it's like, he doesn't seem tough. He doesn't seem like...
Yeah, they need to get him an O-line, for sure.
Yeah, it's unfair that he has not had an offensive line, and that one is quite a struggle. I think it's a good list. Like, a lot of people, though, are kind of down on the Patriots this year, including me. I just think they had the easiest schedule in the universe last year. They had a pretty easy waltz through the playoffs. Didn't have to play Stidham. Got absolutely blown out in the Super Bowl once they finally played a good team. You saw what they looked like. Do you think they're good enough to get over that hump?
I think they're definitely good enough. I mean, people forget that was Drake May's second year, first year as a true starter. Brand new coaching staff. At the start of the season, there were only 9 returning players. We have a full another year of development. A.J. Brown is going to clear out space for the rest of the receivers to shine. Just got Romeo Doubs. Might move Matt Collins to tight end, make room to keep Booty. I think we're definitely going to be better than people are giving us credit for. I think you're going at it from what's it called, the logic perspective. Like, it makes sense. Your points of schedule, whatever.
Yeah.
Some people are, I think, just haters of the past. Like, I do think we're going to be better than we're getting credit for.
I totally feel that. 2 amazing saves just now for the Croatian goalkeeper. That was unbelievable. But yeah, brother, I'm coming at it from a place of logic and intense hate for the Patriots. That's just kind of the way I roll. Grady, unbelievable stuff, brother. Before you go, today's question of the day is, what is the best candy?
Ooh, those, so for chocolate, I gotta go Reese's, but for, sugary candy, Nerds Clusters. They're kind of new, but those things are...
I know about the gummy clusters. Don't you worry about that. But this is chocolate and fruit candy all combined, so you gotta pick one.
I'll go with Clusters.
Clusters are officially on the list, thanks to my friend Grady. Bro, thanks for kicking it with us. Thanks for hanging out on Twitch, dog. We'll talk soon.
Of course. All right. See you, Zach.
Peace. It's my guy Grady hanging out with us. Steven just dropped his top 10. All right, Rams 1, Detroit 2. Wow, bro. Oh! Another amazing save from the Croatian goalkeeper. This game is unbelievable. Wow, Steven, Detroit at 2 is nuts. You have a very, very, very different top 10 than me. The question is, Steven, do you think anybody is going to have the Rams not at number 1? What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. Which name were you calling in from?
It's Kamari, man, the winner.
Hey! My guy Kamari won our NBA TBWZ Finals contest. He predicted exactly Knicks in 5, Jalen Brunson MVP, brother. It must feel good.
Oh, it's amazing. You know why? Because the Knicks won.
Because the Knicks won and you officially know ball?
I'm an elite ball knowledge.
Elite ball knowledge. He's got that EBK on him. Brother, we're talking a little bit of NFL. Did you want to drop your top 10 or just say anything wrong with mine?
I kind of agree with yours, except I think the Bears should be a little higher. And I just wanted to say something for all the Jalen Hurts doubters that are out there.
Yeah.
In the first 93 games of Jalen Hurts' career, he's had a better career than Michael Vick in his first 93 games. And Michael Vick was regarded as one of the best dual-threat quarterbacks to ever do it, and Jalen Hurts has had 93 better games than him.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe my memory escapes me. Did Michael Vick ever win Super Bowl MVP?
No, I don't think so.
No, he did not. And did Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl MVP, right?
Yeah, and he's been to the Super Bowl 2 times. Been to the playoffs 5 years in a row. Different offensive coordinator every year. So I think he's definitely top 3 in the league.
What do you say to people like my friend Steven over in TikTok that says Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball?
I would tell him to go and watch Super Bowl.
Watch the tape.
Where he threw the ball amazing. I think he gave the Chiefs like some 250 yards, something like that, for a quarterback that can't throw. And you go watch regular season games, he'll give your favorite team 300 yards. And he'll give Saquon 200 rushing yards on top of that.
It's true. I mean, he was incredible. He played, let's see, in the 40-22 game where the Eagles won the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts threw for 221 yards and threw a touchdown. He was unbelievable in that game and was the Super Bowl MVP. Yeah, dude, I think he's a much better quarterback and a much better thrower of the football than people give him credit for. You know what you could always say, Kamari? You could just say people who don't like Jalen Hurts are racist.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that is the take that we will have, brother. I have the Rams at 1. Do you think anybody's gonna have the Rams anywhere else than 1?
No, because they got Myles Garrett, which I think is unfair. I mean, they're like the Dodgers right now.
I mean, it's turning into that. It does feel that way. And they're owned by not owned by the same group, but they have a very similar front offices, if you will. They share some similarities between each other. But yeah, brother, it's going to be a very, very fun NFL season. I'm absolutely stoked on it. If it's not the Rams winning the Super Bowl, who do you have winning the Super Bowl?
Give me the Eagles.
Wow, I love it. Fly, Eagles, fly. My guy, Kamari, congrats on the win. I'll DM you after. I'll hit you up. Before you go, dog, question of the day is, what is the best candy?
I'm going to get hate for this.
Whoa.
Like, y'all going to chill out on me, but I love Heath bars.
Heath bars?
Yes.
Big toffee guy?
Oh, 100, yeah. Like, you give me a bag of Heath bars and I'll be gone in 15 minutes.
I did not think we were going to get Heath bars, but it's official. That's why we do these questions of the day. Kamari, thanks for hanging out with us on Twitch and keeping it real, bro. God bless. We'll talk soon. James is with it. He loves the Heath bars. Heath bars are for the elderly, says Scuba. What's up, Draymond Green? Welcome to the chat, Draymond. Good to see you, bro. Hope everything is chill for you in the offseason. He thinks the Niners are going all the way. The Niners are always hurt, and they're good every other year. So I mean, they were decent last year. It's just they're going to be bad this year. I don't know. They're going to beat the Rams at least once. They're going to beat the Seahawks at least once. We're going to be like, wait a second. Wow, this team looks really good. They're going to beat the Panthers at home in a primetime game by 40, and we're like, wow, dude, this team's so good. Fred Warner had a gruesome injury last year. A gruesome injury. They are so reliant on CMC. I just don't think that's healthy for a football team. You need balance, and the Niners do not have balance. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
James from Texas.
James from Texas. Unbelievable stuff, brother. Have you called into the show before?
No, I haven't.
Unbelievable. Thank you, bro, for the follow earlier on today's show. The only rule is just no cussing because they get in trouble. But I'm doing my top 10. Did you want to give your top 10?
I would probably just want to debate the top 10 that's there.
Yeah, do it. Hit me.
Yeah, I would definitely put the Texans at 6. And I would have the Lions in the top 10.
So the Texans is an interesting one. We acting like Fred Warner human. He'll be back in a week. True, he's not human. Yeah, you're right, future. The Texans one is a very interesting one because, last year the defense was unbelievable. The offense was not great, and we kind of saw a lot of questions popped up about C.J. Stroud, a guy who we thought was going to be unbelievable. I don't think those questions have gone away. I think Texans fans are still worried about C.J. Stroud, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So question for you, if he looks bad this year and he does not look good and he does not play up to expectation and just wild take, but let's say they miss the playoffs and CJ looks bad, do they go for a quarterback in the 2027 draft class?
I don't know if they would go for a quarterback in the 27 class because even if they have a bad year, they're going to be drafting middle to low first round. So I wouldn't move the assets in the 27 draft and move up. I don't think they would have enough.
Yeah.
I would say this. Okay. If CJ is booty cheeks this year, you're not paying the man $60 million because that's what it's going to take now. That's just the threshold for that kind of quarterback, apparently.
It's true.
I would be looking for a free agent, and this is going to be a wild take, and I don't know what the Baker Mayfield situation is right now with Tampa Bay. I haven't seen any updates, but I'm not opposed to trying to take a swing at Baker as a bridge quarterback until 28, where you might try to take a pick, or 29, 2029 looking for a quarterback. I think that isn't the craziest of ideas, but I know I was chatting with you earlier about the Texans, and I know they're not in that top 10. I know you stated your reasons. You're worried about CJ. We're all worried about CJ, so it ain't just you.
Yeah.
But
there's some health issues with Tank Dell and Nico still that I'm like.
This is my thing with the Tank Dell thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice to have Tank back. I think it's more of an emotional nice to have him back. I do not think he will be what he was before, and it's not his fault. It's just how the body works, man. The dude was twitchy and really fast.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll come back from that with as bad as that was. But with what they've done in the offseason, and as a lifelong Texans fan, I was an initial season ticket holder from the year they started.
Whoa.
The stuff they have done this offseason and last offseason, yeah, their O-line was not that great last year. But what I've seen this offseason, they've made the right moves. Making the move to get David Montgomery very early in the offseason. He's kind of slept on, man, because, he's behind Gibbs. Gibbs is real flashy. He's amazing. David Montgomery is no joke. He has low tread on his tires. He is going to be a great player. And I think snagging Reed Blankenship to an already loaded secondary, and he's going to be a backup. Reed Blankenship would start on probably 85% of the teams in the NFL. Bringing in Wyatt Teller, he is older. That's a win, man, on a crappy offensive line. Getting him, Braden Smith, who has some health issues, that's still a massive bring-in for the team, considering it was their number one need for offensive line. And I think that the Evan Brown signing, the guard, I think he was from Arizona, he's kind of a versatile offensive lineman. He's going to bring kind of the hole-filling aspect to kind of, stick around the line. He is a guard. But the Keelan Rutledge signing, Caden McDonald, I don't know how the defense can get nastier, but it did.
Yeah, they're going to be really good. Before we keep rolling, Jay, you said something about the Cowboys?
Yeah. The Cowboys have a good team. It's not that their team's good. It's not that at all. It's a team that has a really good defense can stop the Cowboys, even with the upgrades that they've made on defense. Caleb Downs is going to fix the entire defense. If you can just slow down the two wide receivers, you pretty much got them beat as long as you can just score some points. And
it's still there's very few teams that can slow down that offense. The Texans are absolutely one of them. A really, really quick question, because I got to keep the phone lines rolling. You mentioned Baker Mayfield. Last year, you guys lost to the Patriots in the divisional round to go to the AFC Championship game on the road in New England. If you replaced C.J. Stroud with Baker Mayfield, do you win that game or at least have a better chance?
I would say you'd win it, and I'm going to take it even a step farther. You could have put Davis Mills in the game, and we win the game. That's how bad. I'm serious.
Bro,
I'm serious.
You guys love Davis Mills.
No, I can't stand Davis Mills, but that's how bad CJ plays. Even a quarterback that just held the ball and didn't throw it, we win that game. The defense alone would outscore the Patriots. That's how bad CJ was. So
James, it's a great take, bro. This was an awesome call, a great first call. I appreciate you being a part of the show and following along. Before you go, dog, today's question of the day is going to be, what is the best candy?
Man, I'm going to rock with the dude before, man. Heath Bar kicks rear end.
You're good. Wow, Heath Bar's back on the list. James, bro, I appreciate you calling in a lot, dog. We're live Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're going to be talking NFL all summer long until leading up to the season, and college football on Fridays. So please hang out with us. Thanks for following. We'll talk soon.
All right, bye.
Peace. My guy James. My James guy is what I was going to say. Oreo the Cat got a new Xbox today. Let's go, baby. My guy Oreo the Cat. Holy crap, dude. TikTok is not popping at all. At all. But you know what is popping? The energy up in here. The energy up in TBWZ is always going to be unmatched, brother, because we always keep things rolling. But this Croatia and England game has been absolutely scenes. It's the 68th minute. That is a foul if I've ever seen one. Free kick coming up for Australia. Or for Croatia. Call them Australia. All right. I'm going to hop off TikTok, guys. Thanks for hanging out. If you want to watch the rest of the show, we will be live on Twitch for the next, 20-ish minutes. Peace. That sucks, dude. That sucks so bad. That sucks horribly. How on earth? I thought that was going to pop off. The worst part is like when I create a graphic and I create an idea for TikTok and I'm like, dude, this is going to crank. This is going to be awesome. People are going to love this. We're going to get so much energy. There's going to be so much fighting going on. There's going to be so many hot takes. It got sent out to 200 people. We had one viewer at the end because TikTok sends it out to people. I just don't know. I have almost 3,000 followers. How is it only getting sent out to 200 people? This doesn't make sense. Just tough. Whatever. That's not whatever. It sucks, dude. I just want to be good, dude. I want this to be huge so bad. And I don't want it just to want it. Like, I want it because I need it. The best part is you guys. The best part is like Oreo the cat, like getting a new Xbox and us knowing what's going on and like caring about him. The best part is like Kamari calling in and being excited about his win, or Grady calling in and be like, my guy, you're being mean to my Patriots. Like that. The best part of this thing for me has been, and the thing I was expecting the least was the community building that we were able to have. I didn't realize we would have such a community building, but that part is so sick. But yeah, TikTok stunk hardcore today. Maybe I don't know. The funny thing is, it's a double-edged sword, a double entendre, if you will. When I put something on there that's utterly ridiculous and like a horrible, horrible, awful take that's so wrong, it does crazy views because people are like, this guy's the dumbest person in the world. But then they hate on it so much and the comments are so nasty that it hurts my mental health. So, but I've yet to be able to find a situation where I post something that is a good sports take on TikTok and it's reciprocated with views. Currently, when I put on like well-crafted takes that like seem like this list does not seem bad at all, but people just don't care about it, so that part stinks. But whatever, dude. Should we watch the Japanese guys one more time? Can we watch the Japanese guys again?
Steak, hamburger, and Caesar salad. So good.
Teddy Brock's barbecue.
How was it?
Oh, very nice.
A steak, and that Mexican?
Mexican.
Yes.
Eat? Yeah. Steak. Of course, steak. Texas barbecue.
I did beer and barbecue. Yeah, that very delicious. Expecting the lot of big food like barbecues with burgers. So the all things in Texas. So I'm so happy to eat everything. Yeah.
All things in Texas. I'm so happy to eat everything. Oh, dude, those guys are the absolute best. I love Japanese people. New favorite race unlocked, Japanese people. It's official. Vini loves Japanese people. Let's go on Twitter. A friend at ESPN texted Arash Makazi about this. Take 30 seconds and scroll ESPN's website and Fox's website. We're covering the World Cup extensively. It's leading our side. They act like the NBA, NHL, WNBA, and non-rights partners don't exist. They don't even mention it. I don't care. Stupid idiot. D'Angelo Russell's last game with the Lakers before he got traded. Hit the game winner for his grandma who passed away earlier that day. This game was awesome. There's Larry Nance Jr., there's Julius Randle, there's Jordan Clarkson, there's Meta World Peace with the brick, Julius Randle with the big rebound. Clarkson wanted it, but it's to Russell. Dude, the Lakers were supposed to be so good for so long. The Lakers, oh man, it makes me so sad to think about that team. I know we got Anthony Davis, dude, but I've talked about it before, man. If we had Julius Randle and Josh Hart and Brandon Ingram and Jordan Clarkson and KCP and Lonzo Ball and LeBron James, I don't think we would have lost a game. I don't think we would have lost a game this season, fellas. Why is it not showing me sports? This is the celebration after Congo hit the goal. That was kind of tight. 2022 loss in the finals to Golden State Warriors makes me sad too. You guys won it 2 years later. I mean, Speaking of the Houston defense, holy crap, dude. They are going to be very good. Oh, dude, what is happening right now? We're literally, Twitter is just lined up exactly with what we were talking about. This guy's talking about Davis Mills. Here he is. Give it a week till 8, he'll be starting. Give it till week 8, he'll be starting. The guy said like 4 or 5 games. Or James Faulkner. Can you play the no-call trip on the Bruins that led to the game winner by the Blues in 2019 Stanley Cup playoffs? No.
Make it, yeah.
I don't know how, I've never taken a selfie before. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Okay, chin down.
Okay.
But like stick your neck out a little to make it, yeah, a little.
Down
no,
like this?
What's your good side?
I don't know. Does anyone have a good side, really?
That's
yeah?
it. Yeah. Oh, okay, let me just show you. Let me show you.
Why does it look so weird? Why is it not showing me sports? Bro, Conor McGregor coming back is crazy. He's going to be unbelievable. One thing we haven't talked about yet is this Brendan Sorsby situation going on in college football. And he's now declared for the NFL draft. Brendan Sorsby will be basically jumping into the supplemental draft, which is not like really a draft, but it's like kind of a draft. Basically what it means is like any sort of team is allowed to use a supplemental pick to go and get Brendan Sorsby, who's been entering this supplemental draft, which is basically like a device used for college athletes that had certain eligibility issues or couldn't finish a season or like didn't declare, and then like later on were like, I should just declare. And that's basically the situation with the supplemental draft. The thing that's weird about it is there's no guaranteed date of the supplemental draft. So like the NFL doesn't have to hold one. The thing is, there are so many NFL teams that want to get a guy like Sorsby that they will absolutely hold this. The way it works is you basically bid on a player. So I'm the Chargers and you're the Browns. The Browns say we will give a 3rd round pick for Brendan Sorsby. That is our wager, essentially. That is what we will bid for Sorsby. Close your ears. That is what we will bid for Sorsby. And then the Chargers come in and say, we will give a 2nd round pick for Sorsby. And this is all blind, so nobody knows what's going on. And then the NFL will be like, okay, well, whoever gives up the highest draft pick gets the guy. And so that's the reasoning behind that's the way the supplemental draft basically works. Nobody cares. Croatia getting it in deep. Fighting so hard. Corner is coming up for Croatia. I can't believe they gave up a goal within the first minute and 30 seconds. The first 90 seconds of the second half, they gave up a goal. That is just not being... How is that not a... I do not know when a corner is supposed to happen. How is that not a corner? I don't even think the refs know what a corner is. The referees in the World Cup look so stupid. They look like Inspector Gadget. How many cameras do you need on your head? It is so stupid. And the Angels are losing 8-1. The referees, first of all, the bright yellow is so dumb. Like, can we just get the ref decked out in something a little bit cooler? Why does he have to wear why does he have to wear the high socks and the short shorts too? The refs just look so lame. Everything about soccer is just so European coded. It's just not a good sport. It's just not a good group. Why is he wearing the short shorts with the high socks? It's the worst look of all time, bro. Like, dude, only your knees are visible on the lower half? Yuck. Why does he have a GoPro on his head? The ref is so decked out with technology. And they have VAR now and all these replay officials and stuff like that. The ref doesn't even do anything anymore. He's just like, it's a foul. Yeah, it's a foul. All right, foul. Here, hold up a card. Hold up a card. Then just puts the card back. The whole yellow card, red card thing is stupid too. Like, just call the foul. Be like, foul, 78. It's 1. You only get 2. Yellow card, red card. I'm hating on soccer again. But I've been loving the World Cup. It's been very, very fun. And this game has been absolutely electric. The summer months, baby, they're going to get to us. They're going to get hot. They're going to get silly. They're going to get fun. But on TBWZ, we are always going to keep it very, 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 very real. And like I said, guys, the times might change a little bit, given the fact that I have this new job and some new things lined up. So we might